pop the. Where's hello? This is future and hello. This is Chris from the past. How are you doing today? You're making your way down the stairs, and here you are.
What's going on down here, guys? The crowd's like, woo! Yeah, so I went to the old mall today.
I wish that pose was in frame because I don't think it was.
I don't know. He has a lot of this area exposed.
I think it was like just outside. I wanted to like zoom in on it and put like starring Ant in like the Full House like font.
Chris. That's the
Nice little bev.
That's the thumbnail just now. You were doing that. Huh?
I'm drinking and you're like the Superman pose, like from the 60s.
6-0.
Oh yes, I have not had alcohol and I cannot tell you how long.
6-0, motherfucker. 6-0. 60s. I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's probably like a real gang out there, and they're probably like, "Oh, this motherfucker."
He's representing on the video game end.
Or it's the opposing gang, and they're like, "Oh, we gonna kill this motherfucker."
Is that how that works? My only exposure to like any sort of gang stuff is GTA. Because I don't really watch media with that, I guess, like TV shows. There's a lot of TV shows that are like gang based. Like,
yeah,
I know, like, not the worst example probably, but the Sons of Anarchy. That's very heavily gang based, you know. But I don't really like. I'm not a gang boy.
Gang boy.
Yeah.
Gang Boy Advance.
Coming soon. I was gonna say coming soon. Nintendo Gang Boy Advance.
Gang Boy DS.
You get the red one and the blue one. Pick your side.
Gang Boy Advance. What I name the episode that now, but we have
just
no
like Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's just like, you know, they're just, you know, like
bandanas.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah. That would look cool though. I think in Ruby and Sapphire that was like a big deal with the gangs because there was Team Magma and I don't know if it was Aqua. It might have been Aqua, but they looked like pirate gangs almost. And, like, they all had, like, bandanas on their head. And were like, yeah, we're going to get the legendary before you. And we're going to destroy the world. And shit. And I was just like, okay.
These are some punk-ass gangs.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Any gang that's in Pokemon is their punk ass. Like, Team Rocket, punk ass.
For sure.
They're not even a gang, really. I would say they're like a corporation, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, all the others are kind of gangs. There's one in the recent game, which is, they kind of flip-flopped it in a weird way, where the gang is called Team Loud or Team Yell. I can't remember what it's specifically. And it's just, like, these people that are just, like, screaming through, like, megaphones and shit and, like, being, like, rowdy.
Wait, this is on the new Pokemon?
In the new one, in Sword and Shield. But the reason why they're, like the bad people is they're supporting your rival who's also your friend and wants to be your friend, but they're also supporting her older brother who's one of the gym leaders who you beat who's also extremely friendly. So they're not really like assholes. Like they're like, you're never gonna win, like screaming. But then like the chick, I think her name's Marnie, she's like, guys, relax. Like we're just battling here. I'm like, we're sorry, Marnie. We're sorry. Like they're just simps.
These gangs sound bored.
Oh, yeah.
We need something to be mad about.
Yeah. Pokemon
Even though
has gotten friendly.
That's every gang now because every gang is a social media gang. Let's be mad about shit.
Fuck it. What are we going to be mad about today, NGPs? We're the NGP gang. What are we going to be mad about?
Nerdy gang people.
Nerdy gang people. Gang. I'm trying to mix the word gang and gamer. And
You're going to get Gengar.
Ganger. We are the Gamger people.
We're the nerdy game mang people. Nerdy gangmer, like you said, people.
Gangmer. That sounds like something you give to Jesus when he was born.
Now I see where that comes from. Frankincense and myrrh. You're going to give him frankincense and gang myrrh. Jesus becomes a completely different person.
You don't even give him frankincense. You give him myrrh and gang.
Like, here's myrrh. Now, but if you're a badass.
Sup, little homie.
Here's gang myrrh. I want the gang myrrh. I don't know how little Jesus sounds like that. Lil Jesus. Lil Jesus. Gang myrrh.
Please tell me there's a rapper that's called Little Jesus.
I really hope not. I'm sure somewhere in the world there is a rapper named Lil Jesus.
SoundCloud rapper, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, SoundCloud rappers
Let's
are
do it
interesting.
live. I'm going to go. You keep talking.
No, like back when I was in La Escuela, which is Spanish, hella white version of Spanish because
Sounded like
damn. But I was in school and I was in animation, and our lab of like all of our computers was next to this like tiny lab that was meant for like if there's a class going on, go work in here, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess there were people on campus that didn't know about it. And then around my like senior, junior year, the SoundCloud rappers found out about it because there were Macs in there and there was like a keyboard set up with one of them. So then they would go in there during classes and like rap, make beats, and like they would use the speakers because, you know, like as an audio person, I've had audio classes before, I've done audio before. It's better to get the sound from the speakers than through your headphones 10 out of 10 times. But they would never use their headphones whenever they were asked, and they got like fucking excommunicated from that place. And then we started being abysmal to them, and we would get like the doors locked and like call security on them because like they were just being rude to be rude to the point where they threatened one of our teachers with physical violence.
Wow.
Because he looked, no offense to my old teacher, I haven't talked to him in a while, but he didn't really look like a teacher. He kind of like showed up in like nerdy shirt, like flannel t-shirt over top of it, and like jeans and like skater shoes, and was just like,
what was his name?
Kirk.
Okay, there's another teacher in my school that was kind of like that too, and he was like super cool with the students and everything.
What was his name?
Mr. Baum, Baum. Baum.
I thought it was someone that I also had. There was another teacher that we had named Freddie. He was Frederick Fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what his name on Instagram is. So I think his name is Frederick Van Freeman or something like that, like fully. Mm-hmm. But he's pretty cool. He's a cool dude.
Mr. Baum was so cool, in fact. I don't mean to out Mr. Baum here, but I feel like the statute of limitations. I graduated in 2004, so I think enough time has passed. He, like I used to make mixtapes in high school. Mm-hmm. So like I would get like a lot of the newer underground music or like really new mainstream music and make compilations.
Okay.
And this is when everybody like burning CDs was in style. So I'll just make compilations and sell them in school. And Mr. Baum one day was like, yo, man, I heard you make tapes or whatever. And I gave him one. Mm-hmm. And, you know, this is before I knew like just how into it he was. Because he was like, kind of how you describe, like regular dude, white dude, glasses, just t-shirt, jeans, whatever. And I'm just like, whatever, Baum. Like, here, man. And I gave him one just to give him one. Like, all right.
Yeah.
So the next day he comes to school. He's like, yo, it was really good. He was like, you know how to put a good mixtape together. I was like, thank you. And he's just out of nowhere just started rapping every, like, not every word, but like a segment of it. And I was just like, I had to give him like, oh shit, Mom, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect that from you.
He's got the name for it too, yeah. But Mr. Baum would be a good SoundCloud rapper name. Just Mr. Baum.
That would, yeah, I like that name too. That sounds like a good Mario villain.
Yeah.
But what I was getting to was
tangents. The podcast.
No. That's what this is. What I was getting to was one day Mr. Baum didn't come to work. Mm-hmm. Then the next day he didn't come to work. Then the next day he didn't come to work. We're like, all right, what happened? Mm-hmm. And we found out he got arrested for selling drugs.
Like hard drugs or like...
They didn't, of course not. They didn't tell us what the drugs were.
Gotcha. Interesting. But, did he ever come back or was that like
no, he got
the
fired.
end of Mr. Baum? Like you never saw Mr. Baum?
Because, you know, I never saw him again. And
Mr. Baum, if you're out there.
Hit me up, dog. I mean, you were the best teacher ever. Not for the reason you got arrested. Just because you were cool as shit. And then everybody looked forward to going to your class because he was super in tune with the kids. But yeah, he got arrested for selling drugs.
Yeah. It's crazy because like my same teacher in that same retrospect was also all about rap. And it was weird to me because like I've never liked rap music before. Not because of any reason. I'm just like, it's just not my thing. It's fine. And then he put on, I forget the fucking name is. Oh my God. He like this dude who raps about like comic book characters and like wrestling and shit. You would know him if I said it. Fuck. He used to work with the dude with the mask.
MF Doom?
Yeah, he used to work with MF Doom. I forget what the fuck his name was.
Damn, I don't know.
Fuck. I'll look it up while we're discussing. But no, like we were going to Ottawa one year for our senior trip. And like he just puts that on. It was funny as shit because like I'm in the front seat navigating, and like everyone else is in the back seat like trying to sleep, and he just tosses on this dude, and I'm like, this is good. There's references to like wrestling that I know, and then there's like lines from like the original X-Men cartoon are in the songs. Like,
a lot of
Bub.
rappers are undercover like hardcore nerds.
I love it. Like, and that's what made me kind of dip my toes into it. Like I would listen to the artist that I cannot remember the name of because I'm bad at names, and it's literally nothing to do with anything besides the names. Zackface.
Never even heard of him.
Dude, you gotta listen to this guy. Czarface. Just from the art, I was like enthralled. But like, dude, so fucking good.
Got it.
And I was like, okay, this is my foray into rap. As a white gentleman who only listens to sad music about love and loss.
To be fair, us in the hip hop community do that too. Just the hip hop version of that.
Yeah. I'm just like the sad boy. It's like, where are you? Like pretty much. It's my foray.
And the hip hop version of that is like, the teachers told me I wouldn't be shit. My mama kicked me out. That's our version of that.
And I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's the end of that. But yeah, man, fucking cool ass teachers. Check out Zackface if you haven't. I'll show you some after the podcast if I remember. Hopefully I do because it's damn good.
And Mr. Bomb, if you're out there,
you
say before quitting, DM us and I'll see it. And I'll hit you up.
Oh yeah, we gotta find Mr. Bomb. If you know Mr. Bomb,
BAUM.
Oh, I thought it was BOM.
Nah, BAUM, but it sounds like bomb. Like I remember, like there's so many moments in his class. Like there was we were learning about different. It was a science class, like different kind of beaches like around the world, and and there's like one with like black sand, right? So and it's obviously beaches with white sand or whatever. And I would never forget that day because he was making a joke. He's like, so there's black beaches, white beaches. Get it?
That's good. That's very good. I like that. I love teachers like that, man. Like the ones that are just like funny for like no reason and they just like have a good time. Fuck. Like I remember we had a graphic design teacher, and if Brett you're listening, you'll know this exact moment. I took my first ever graphic design course with this guy, and he was taking over for the actual graphic design guy who left. Dude's a photography guy, so like he doesn't really necessarily know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and but he played this song. I don't know if you do.
Honestly, it might be funny to keep it in going.
There's people living in this space. Anyway, he played this song one day to like just while we were working, and it was like old jazz or some shit, and it wasn't like it went from like regular jazz to this, and it was just like nice little like piano lick with like some saxophone and some like fast drums, like really like upbeat tempo, like. And then like after like that cut, it was just like this guy that went salty nuts, literally that. Yes, and this is like an actual song, and we were like, the fuck is? And then everyone just starts laughing their asses off, and he's like, yo, stop it, and being like serious, and I'm like, this has got to be a meme. This has got to be a meme. And then, like, it just keeps going, just like salty nuts. And we're just, like, trying to hold it in now because we're just like, yeah, we get it. It's a thing. This is a jazz song that's happening and it's fine. But what the fuck, man? Like, this is high school, dude.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't give kids ammunition like that.
I was like, dude. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm friendly with this guy because, like, I had his photography class, ironically. And I would get my shit done fast when it came to the digital stuff. Like when we did the like the actual film rolls, I would take my time. But then when it came to like taking pictures like with like digital, I was like bored kind of because I was like, I can get this done in like 10 minutes and make it look cool in Photoshop. So I would get my stuff done fast to the point where I downloaded a Digital Boy Advanced on the computer, and I was playing games from my childhood via ROMs on the PC. And like this dude came up to me one day, he's like, God, man, you can't be doing this. I'm like, I'm done everything, man. What else do you want me to do?
Right.
And he like looked at me, he's like, you're right, and just let me do it. And I remember I was playing like fucking like Yoshi's Island from the Game Boy. I was playing like some other random bullshit games from my childhood. And then this was around the point where I got back into Kingdom Hearts.
Of course.
Like right around, I beat 1 and then I got back into 2. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'll play all the DS ones. So I get the DS version 1. And I'm like, the fuck is happening in any of this game? Did not understand a single thing that was happening.
Yeah, I can't speak for the DS ones. I have no idea.
I was like some like chick with like white hair who also had a Keyblade. And I'm like, I thought Sora was special. What's happening? Like, what's going on here? I don't like it. And then you're in the organization the whole time. You're not in the Disney shit. It's just like the Final Fantasy bullshit stuff.
So there's no reason to play it.
Exactly. And I was like, this sucks. And it's boring.
No one knows what's going on. Listen, people watching, if you like Kingdom Hearts, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you. What I'm saying is, don't lie. You have no idea what's going on. You're playing it for the Disney Final Fantasy aspect. Like, but no one, you can't break down the story. No one's been able to do it. No one's been able to tell me up beginning to end exactly in layman's terms. No one can simplify it because you don't know
within 5 minutes, I would say. Because there are people that can do it in layman's terms, but it's going to take you, like an hour.
Yeah.
To understand a fourth of that game.
Yes.
But like,
no one can simplify it in a way where like, this is because of this and this is happening because of this. Boom, 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 boom. And make me understand in 5 minutes.
Never will happen and it's fine. But yeah, cool teachers are a thing.
One more teacher story.
Hell yeah.
What was his name? I was my freshman year. So this is like 2000.
I was 5.
Yes, you were, Chris.
I was 5, bro.
I was 15 or 14, 15.
14, 15 around that time.
Yeah. So he's my algebra teacher. And we all had he had the TVs mounted in the corner of your classrooms. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, so 100%. Morning announcements and shit.
There was had to be scrambled porn on one of those channels. It was all static. He went through all the channels. But It was just one time he was going through it because there was some thing we all had to watch that was on like the school's channel or whatever. There's a channel on the TV that every classroom got. It was like for school announcements and
Gotcha.
stuff. So he's trying to go through it, and apparently it wasn't on a channel it's supposed to be on, so he's going up channels. And he was like this like heavyset black guy, and like in between all his words, he was like, yeah, so something, something, and something. But he always had that draw in between his statements.
Yeah.
So, what was his name?
Mr. Obama.
It was not.
He has lost a ton of weight, and then he ran for president.
He has a cooler draw. His was just like fat man draw. I don't know how else to say it. No offense to anyone who is overweight.
Like he just put his cell phone pause for a second.
Yeah, like he would just glitch out for a second.
Like in cartoons where like the mouth would fill up halfway with saliva, and there'd be like the little popping effects near their eyes and shit.
It was like that. So he's going through the channels, and like you get to it, and you hear it. You hear what sounds like sex happening. So
it's just mac and cheese in a bowl.
Listen, no, you hear voices unless they're just really passionate about mac and cheese. But anyway, he gets to this channel, and he stays there for a second. You just hear him like extended, like
I'm about to burst.
So, like this doesn't his name, but I had a teacher with the same name, but I can't remember his. Like this, Mr. Rivers. Let's say that's his name. So he's like, and we're like, Mr. Rivers, like, how are we calm and you're not? Like, hey. He's like, no, he just muttered something and he just hurried up and changed the channel. And I'll never forget it. Because we all looked around like, the fuck?
Jesus
And
Christ.
this is my freshman year. So we're all just like, what is high school? Like, is this what we're doing?
Is this high school?
Is this what we're doing?
Yeah. It's much different than the Power Rangers when they were in high school.
Mr. Rivers, this is a classroom. I will watch porn when I get home. Turn that. I will go sneak and watch it.
Jesus Christ.
But that was also funny. Oh, before we start, even though we're 21 minutes in.
We are.
I have found
Lil Jesus.
Lil Jesus.
Lil Jesus is a SoundCloud rapper. You show him some love.
Let's play an excerpt.
Are we gonna make fun of Lil Jesus? I don't know about that, man.
lot of these titles I will not say on his titles. What? All right, okay, all right. I don't want to put an evil spell on anybody listening. I don't know what the fuck is up with you, little Jesus, but your mother needs to, like, undo that lock on your bedroom door.
I inject my dick with heroin.
So, little Jesus exists, and I don't think he's for
I
children.
hate how that's not at all that you thought this was going to go, and that went the worst way it could have.
That was a blind listen. I had no idea what we were in for. That will go down in Save Before Quitting history.
I don't know what to say to that, man.
We just start the show now.
Roll the fucking music,
yeah,
man.
I was starting it.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that, man? Dude, I can't wait to see the video version of this because I'm literally... I'm speechless.
I don't. He has very problematic track lists too.
Oh yeah. I saw a couple of them.
I don't even want.
It doesn't sound like from his voice he's the type of person that should be saying those words either.
Nope.
So that's a thing.
Nope.
Would you like to turn your screensaver off?
Yeah.
I'll pull up.
We're starting.
We're gonna start the show with some Zackface, I think, without getting copyright claimed. Hopefully.
Little Jesus is the one who copyright claims us.
Yeah. Very good.
He reminds me of like WuTang. Super underground, super boom bap, but I really like it.
This is from the MF Doom album. That was one that just released in 2021. Mm-hmm. So that whole album was done with MF Doom, and then there's some that he did with Method Man.
Yeah, see, I knew he reminded me of WuTang because that's where Method Man's from.
But some of his titles are just like that one's called Break the Action. This one's called Nightcrawler, Mando Calrissian, which is like Lando Calrissian, but Mando.
See that whole segment of hip hop, like that underground, super dirty mix, kind of like.
Sounds fuzzy almost.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good word.
Mix, by dirty mix, I mean like it doesn't sound polished. Mm-hmm. It just sounds like raw. You're in somebody's like basement, just the
going.
pure raw essence of rapping. And he reminds me of WuTang because they were like kung fu movie nerds. Mm-hmm. So they had all these kung fu movie samples and effects in their music.
Bro, my mom has a sticker from...
My mom! Go on. My mom!
Has a sticker from our township, from like the school district. Apparently a kid in high school designed this sticker with like all of the districts and like there, but it was the WuTang logo.
Nice.
Right? So many white suburban mothers have this sticker and don't know that it's the WuTang symbol. And it's my favorite thing because my brother brought it up to my mom one day. He's like, that's the WuTang symbol. She's like, no, it's not. It's like the Bucks County. It's like this, and this. And he's like, no, it's WuTang. And he's like, WuTang for life.
Right.
But yeah, so that was a thing. I think it's you this week after introducing us to Little Jesus.
Clearly I have PTSD from that now.
I don't even know it's post-traumatic. I'm still having the trauma. I'm still in trauma right now, bruh.
So,
do we have to link to Lil Jesus now in the description because we just played his shit?
I don't want to be responsible for doing that. You got Google. Find him.
Jesus Christ.
You got the name. Don't
find him. Don't.
If you need to hear it, there's ways you can hear it.
But you shouldn't. No offense, but also don't.
That was dangerous.
That was a time that I don't like. Let's see.
Okay, that was like a neuralizer from Men in Black. Just now, what you just did. All of a sudden, now
Dude, I got a Men in Black story once we get started. I'm so happy about this week. All right. We're leveling up, and this is probably all included, but it's fine.
This is all included. Level up, gamers, and welcome back. I'm Ant.
And I'm Chris, and we're twins.
We are twins.
For you audio amigos, right now, we are dressed like the same person, but different.
It's like the character creator, and all they did was change the skin tone palette.
And the pants, because I'm wearing khaki shorts.
True, and the pants.
I work at Allstate.
Is that what they wear?
Is it State Farm? No, it's State Farm, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jake from State Farm, yeah. But no, Ant has his merch even more so now.
I'm merched up.
He received a new hat, which is the same hat that I have, but with a different bill, which is red.
The Nerdy Gamer People hat.
Hell yeah. I'm going to take a second here to say, apologies, Kev. I've had a busy week, and I still haven't gotten to ship your shit out. I know I got your address from you, but I will get it done this week, 100%, I swear.
So by the time you hear this, probably.
It should be out in the mail. If it is not, then holy shit, I am slacking, but I had a fucking busy week last week, and I apologize. But I will get it to you. I swear it's in my car. I just need to get a shipping label, put that on there, and then tape the bitch on, and then we're good. And then it's heading your way. But I've been busy. I apologize.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been a busy week.
Yeah.
In a weird way. But, yeah.
As always, save letter B, number 4, quitting, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and find us on YouTube.
T.
Or save before quitting, all the way spelled out at gmail.com. If you need to get in contact us with any and everything.
Yeah.
And please join the Discord.
Yeah.
That is, with all these avenues to reach us, it's all great. But the Discord, get in there.
Yeah, man.
If you find time, download that Discord app. Join us on Discord. The community is there. We're having conversations on a daily basis now. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good time. Every single week I accidentally at everyone before hitting the question up and typing that out. So that's a thing that I need to stop doing. But yeah, we ask you guys questions. Well, we ask you to ask us questions for the question section, and that's the most direct way to get it to us because we can answer in real time as opposed to email, so there's that. But you can also use email if you don't want to use Discord, it's fine. As long as you're a part of the community, you're there. Jesus Christ, White Claw, what have you done to me?
Little Jesus Christ, what the...
Sir, Little Jesus. I feel like that's what I have to say now instead of actually saying Jesus, just like Little Jesus.
Right.
But anyway... yeah, we have a couple cool questions this week from some of the loyal NGPs that are in the Discord. I don't believe we have anything in the emails. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think we do have one.
We do have one?
I don't think we do.
No. I think they're both in the Discord.
Yeah. So we do have 2 from the Discord this week, and then none in the email, so y'all email peeps are slacking, but it's fine. You might have just moved over to the correct choice, which is the Discord. Join it. You can also go to savebeforequitting.com, fully spelled out.
Please
and pick up some of this awesome merch that we have. Very comfortable t-shirts. I'm actually surprised by how comfortable the shirt is because I didn't think it was going to be, and then it was. So I'm here and I'm happy.
The regular ones? Did you get like the soft...
I just got the regular one.
I got the soft ones. Well, see, now we're both can contest to both versions, and they're very
nice, regular, soft, gilded,
very comfortable.
Yeah. And then the hats, I've literally worn this hat for like every day for the past 3 weeks, pretty much, because my hair's too long, and also because it's a nice hat.
Fuckboy fades.
Fuckboy fades. I need to get a haircut. No memes. It's getting unruly.
You're more hair than head.
As of this point, I don't disagree. But yeah, you can check out our merch options. We got some hats. We got different options for you there. A bunch of t-shirts. And then we actually had a new person purchase merch. Since we don't stream a lot, I want to give a shout out to Jay Spratt. He did pick up a hoodie. Spratt. Yeah, we saw you. If you link your Twitch when you're buying it and like you sign in with that, it automatically gives us a notification that you bought it, and you can do like a little note that says, "Hey, you doing good?" or "Oh, you guys suck ass," or something if you want.
Both legit.
Yeah.
Comments.
And then if you want to, when we are live, if you buy it live when we are live, it'll show up on the screen magically. I'd normally replay it when I do go live, just so that, like, you know, we show the appreciation, because you can replay those notifications, but do it live for live reactions.
We appreciate any and all of you.
Yeah. There was another person that bought merch too, but I think the person who did buy the merch didn't link their stuff, so I don't know who it was, But thank you for buying stuff. We appreciate you. So, yeah.
We definitely do.
Yeah, it's a good time. We're having a fun time. We're living life, living like little Jesus.
No one should live like him.
Nobody.
If you somehow missed the intro, that's not a blasphemous statement. Go listen to the intro.
Go back to listen to the intro after you just got to hear.
Yeah, if you didn't somehow. You just like skipped ahead in the show to get to the...
fuck it, I want to get to the games. Like,
right.
oh, listen, fuck you. We're going to get there eventually, but not right now.
It's bad stuff.
Yeah. Weekly segment. Before we say that, because there is more things to shout out I forgot about, go over to youtube.com/Haptic Intel.
Please.
Yes. They featured us very, very heavily on their channel last week with their new podcast. The full podcast came out on Saturday, so if you want to just listen to the whole thing through, you can check that out there. Or they clip up their topics into bite-sized pieces, like nice little 10, 15-minute bite-sized boys. There's one where we talk about the EA. What am I trying to say? What's the word? The Marvel Capcom game.
Yeah.
It is like the one game. What's it called? XCOM. That's what I meant to say. I don't know what EA came from. Maybe it was the Respawn story. That's probably where it was.
Yeah.
But there's an XCOM story where there's a Marvel game that's not going to include any Marvel characters, and we give our thoughts, which is it's not a good idea. And then there's
great combo though.
Oh yeah, really good conversation about how we would want the game to actually be, and also characters that we think would be cool.
The Haptic HQ is a cool place to be.
Yeah, man.
They've really done a nice... Yeah. They did a nice job with that place.
Hell yeah. It looks nice. It's a good time. The HQ, the HBot. Mm-hmm. Good times. We met her. We're still going to steal the source code. We're working on it. We'll have them on the podcast probably next week on our podcast, where we just kind of fucking ramble about shit. Mm-hmm. So that's a thing. I don't know how it's going to go in the sense... Because we don't really do topics.
We do and we don't.
Yeah.
They're more...
They're very streamlined in the sense, like, they know what they're doing.
Right.
We're just like, we're here to have a good time and listen to little Jesus.
We got to stop saying that dude's name.
I can't get it over it. I'm sorry.
But...
You've done something today, sir.
I'm sorry. But that's not to knock them, because I love their show.
Oh, no, I love the show. It's different strokes for different folks. If you like the streamline, here's your news story, but also with the personality, because they got hella personality.
Yes, they do. I don't even want to get it confused. They're great dudes. They're entertainment. They're a good time.
Yeah. They're just a little bit more focused than we are. Because apparently
it's more of a knock to us.
Yeah. We're very, like, all over the place. I was told today, like, 3 times while playing Apex that I probably have ADHD. It's fine.
It helps the show.
I guess. We're here. But yeah, go check them out. It's a great time. Good videos. We'll probably have them on next week. I do want to eventually make like a small series with them in which we challenge them against like games and shit, depending on what those games are. I want to do like some type of 2v2 games and see if we can like do like some sort of tournament type action. And I also want to bring in toy wrestling belts because I think that'd be funny. Because then it could be a reoccurring thing, and then we have to actually transfer the belts to people.
I like it.
And then eventually, when the world opens back up more, maybe we challenge each other in actual games at like a Dave & Buster's or an arcade. That'd be a cool idea.
I'm totally down.
We're pitching ideas live.
Let's go to a barcade or something.
Barcade, hell yeah. We'll do that. We'll challenge for some belts. I think that's a fun idea, just because while you're not much of a wrestling guy,
I get the concept. I know the concept of the belt.
You understand the love behind wrestling. Brett's a wrestling connoisseur. I am as well. Josh is also... I feel like he's on the same level as you. Like, he'll watch AEW when, like, the pay-per-views happen, and then, like, not so much on the TV times. But, like, he'll watch it.
Yeah. I'll turn it on if someone tells me to turn it on.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be like,
Here's the thing. I want
to see people wrestle.
You should probably start watching on Fridays, because there's a new show on Fridays called AEW, not Dynamite. Dynamite's Wednesday, stupid me. It's called Rampage, and it's only an hour long. It's from 10 to 11 on TNT. You just watch that. It's 3 matches pretty much, and then it's over. It goes by like that, and plus you get like insanely good wrestling, which is amazing. And yeah, it's a good time. Nice short bite size.
You're going to do what most of my friends couldn't do, and that's get me to like sit down and consume it on my own.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good time. Like it's a lot of good storytelling.
Yeah.
Once you sit down and actually like see this stuff, like this week is supposed to be really big in wrestling. I don't know. Do you know who CM Punk is?
Yes.
Okay.
I've at least heard the name. Like, yes. I know of CM Punk.
So CM Punk hasn't wrestled in 10 years because 10 years ago, he won the title, flipped off the company, and quit.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Like, all in the same night?
Well, he won the title, blew a kiss to John Cena after he beat him, and then ran through the audience with the belt and left. And then he did like a promo where he came out on stage, sat down crisscross applesauce, and just rattled off why the company sucks pretty much. And they turned his mic off a couple times and then left.
That's fucking wild. Yeah.
So he's never wrestled since then. He did some MMA shit in the meantime, and he's been acting a lot. He's in a new TV show that's actually wrestling-based soon. But there's a lot of good stuff, and he might be coming to AEW this Friday.
Oh, wow.
Because it's in Chicago. He's from Chicago, and it's been teased a lot. Mm-hmm. Like a lot. So that might be a thing. I know Brett's excited. I know I'm excited. This Friday, AEW Rampage. #ad. Please give us an early code to play the game.
Or that. That's also fine.
Because I would love to do that. Please. Thank you. All right. So, what did you play this week, Ant?
Not much. I played a little bit more of Death's Door. And that's really all I played.
All right.
And I'm getting deeper into it. I'm getting even more invested. Story's opening up. It's feeling good. I have nothing more to say about it because I would just be reiterating what I've said the last 2 to 3 plus the Haptic Intel episode. Yeah. So, still enjoying Death's Door. Still having a good time. Oh, and I actually watched Suicide Squad and finished the whole thing.
Really good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
It was very, very good. Very good. Maybe we'll do a little baby spoiler review after my games, I guess. We'll try it and we'll see what happens.
Got it. How about you?
Me. I've been playing Apex.
Shocker. Amazing.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Not in the least bit. But no, I played a little bit, mainly just today with Ryan and Lucas, and I was getting very rage-filled from multiple stupid things that were happening. Mm-hmm. There's this weird glitch happening now that when you down someone, if they do something, they can jump while they are down and like on the ground.
Okay.
Which has never been a thing. But we were in a game in which one of the characters was doing it anytime they were downed. We're hopping up and down like a fucking bunny. And let me tell you, it was very hard to kill that person because you want to like thirst them and like make sure they can't get picked up. And for some reason, when they're hopping up and down like that, I guess the hitbox gets messed up or something. So that was a bad glitch. That was really pissing me off. And like a lot of people were doing it and kind of exploiting it, so that sucked. But I'm also very confused at how there's ranked arenas now, the 3v3s. Mm-hmm. It does not make any sense how the points work. Because originally they stated that it was just like, you're going to get points only based off your win. Like, if you win the game, you get a set amount of points towards your rank, and then you level up to, like, you know, higher ranks as you go. Fucking every single game we won, Ryan would get, like, 100-something, I would get, like, 70, and then Lucas would also get, like, 70. Keep in mind, I'm 3 ranks ahead of Ryan and Lucas. So, me getting a little bit less kind of makes sense, because I'm playing people at a lower rank with those two guys, right? Lucas making the same as me makes no sense at all. Ryan making a shit ton more than both of us also makes no sense.
Yeah, from the rules you just explained, that doesn't make sense.
Nothing adds up, and it's not explained well at all in like the read more info of how the points work. It does not work out well. Because in the regular comp and like in the ranked mode for the 3v, like everybody, like the regular battle royale, it's based off of your placement. If you're like first place, there's like a multiplier plus your kills, and like that all adds up mathematically. Right. Like specifically, you get this much points because you did this. In this, it's like, yeah, you win, you get points, but also it feels like it's definitely not now because
you just get points. They don't explain shit.
Yeah, Lucas said it pretty much right, where it's pretty much whose line where the points are made up and nothing matters.
Right.
Because 100%, that's how it feels.
I used to love that show.
Points. It's the best show ever, dude. And then they brought it back and it sucked.
I didn't watch it when it came back.
Dude, I don't think it was Drew Carey that made it special at all, because no offense to Drew Carey, not that funny of a guy. He's all right. He's just there. But like when they brought it back, it was just not funny.
It was like hollow. Like it was missing.
It was missing something. and it lost its charm. Mm-hmm. Kinda, but not really. Also, because like there's still good bits, but like at the same time, I'm not going out of my way to watch the new bits. I'm going out of my way to watch the old ones. You know?
Right.
But
right.
whose line? Bring it back, but in a good way.
Bring it back goodly.
Goodly. Bring little Jesus on.
Nothing goodly about that.
Jesus Christ.
No.
But anyway, other than that, I haven't played much. I tossed in Death's Door. I streamed it a bit this week. Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy, did I not have a good time.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. First of all, I switched from keyboard and mouse to controller because I was like, this is obviously better. Yeah. But I had not played the game with controller before, and I'm already like a decent bit in. I'm at like the house with the old lady already.
Got it.
So like, you know, learning how to play the game again sucks. I kept dying so many times that I was getting real pissed because it was simple shit like I shouldn't have died there, or like, oh, that didn't hit me. Like factually, you can check the VOD. Things didn't happen, but then I died. And I was like, what the fuck? So that was the thing that was happening, to the point where I had to end the stream or else I was going to rage cry.
Rage cry.
Legitimately, because of how mad I was. Like, this was more mad than I've ever gotten at Apex. So I was just like, this is not my type of game.
Right.
Like,
Understood.
I love the game. Don't get me wrong. It's gorgeous. The character design's great. The story is great so far. The gameplay aspect of it, where it's pretty much a Dark Souls game, but also Legend of Zelda at the same time. Hated Breath of the Wild when I got it, because I was not good at this type of game. Hate Bloodborne and that type of game, because I'm just not good at it, and I can't learn to be better, because it's just not the way I play games. Mm-hmm. And this is both of those.
Yep.
So, not having good time.
But it's you ever play any of the overhead Zelda games? And you said Breath of the Wild was your first one.
That was the only one I've ever played in my life.
Okay, all right.
So, I'm already like, not a fan. But like, just like, here's the thing. I love the game. It's just pissing me off.
No, I think there's something to be said about. I think you can respect a game for what it's doing and not be a fan of the style of game it is. Mm-hmm. I think that's a thing. Like I mean, I'm not fantastic at Apex or most competitive first-person shooters, but I enjoy the time I spend there. I respect them.
Yeah, you have
I'm
fun.
not good at them.
Yeah.
But see, you're kind of different because you said you weren't enjoying yourself.
No, I was not. But it was mainly just because I was dying to stupid shit that didn't make sense, actually. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even have specific things to bring up because there was just so many things that didn't make sense that were happening.
Right.
And I was just like, well, I don't know what the fuck happened. There was one thing that happened that pissed me off. I, like, beat a boss or something, and then I went to go to you get the chest, the first chest that happens, you know, and you get eaten. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get eaten by the chest, and I'm like, cool. So I beat that, no problem. Fucking 10 out of 10 IQ, best in the world. Fucking A-OK. Make it out of there, and there's this area down bottom as you're making your way back to like where the teller is, where you can buy shit, where you can get like souls, you know, like behind like an area.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to, like, roll off the side of the map to get to it.
Yeah.
I went there to do that, got the souls. There was no way to get back. I literally tried everything to get back, and nothing was allowing me to get back. So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to roll back onto this. No, it killed me. And I died. And I lost those souls. And then I had no idea where the fuck I was, which then caused me to not be able to unlock the door that leads me back to where I was supposed to be.
I didn't go down there after I finished the chest. I went back into
greedy.
the door.
I was greedy.
Understood.
But yeah, so I was pretty pissed. But I was also pissed at Pokemon Unite. Because boy oh boy, that game is rage inducing. And it's not anything about the game, it's literally about the people you play with. Mm-hmm. Because there are some times where you just get teammates that know what they're doing. And then there's others where you get those teammates that are definitely a child.
Laying, like you said, it was late last week, laying on the carpet,
belly.
like just chilling.
Yep.
Pokemans.
And like they're not doing anything, and I'm just like, I want to die. Like, I want to die. Because this is the worst thing ever. Why would you, not necessarily why would you allow these, like, the kids to play, but in my mind, it's like, there should be a way to track the age of the gamer in some way. Like, you have to enter your birthday or something, right? And, like, let's just say we have, like, some 35-year-old men who are playing Pokemon Unite, because, you know, they're out there. And, like, they want to, like, serious MOBA this shit, and they're in ranked. They should not be partnered up with the 4-year-old little Timmy laying on his belly, more focused on the booger that he's picking and eating it than fucking using his fucking moves to help you and heal or do anything.
Fast forward the next week in our email, like, yeah, hey, this is 4-year-old Timmy. I resent that shit you were talking
about.
about.
Little Timmy. Fuck you.
I'm a pro gamer. Where's my Baba?
At 4.
At 4. I'm a very stunted child.
Listen, I'm not even a person who's interacted with children, and I already know that 4 is a little bit high for a Baba. You have a child.
I was just trying to emphasize your point.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just
on your point.
Yeah, but no, Pokemon Unite is okay. It's not good in any sense of the world. A lot of the characters are very overpowered to the point where it's like not fun at all. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm in a lobby, let me pick my character, and then it shows the other team's characters, and you're like, oh, so we're gonna lose, and you just know because you're just like, okay, so they're running this character and this character together, and if they work together, that means that they just don't die if you touch them. So you lose no matter what. And it sucks, but it's the way it is. But still waiting on to get Sea of Thieves to get on that some night.
Man, and then this week I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Sea of Thieves, man. Sea of Thieves.
I got less to do this week. I say that now.
So you can Sea of Thieves?
I might be able to see those thieves in Sea of Thieves.
How about you Sea of Thieves nuts fit in your mouth?
I don't feel bad about rocking into that one. That one wasn't as good.
I specifically said that I would do that because that's another one that I've heard recently that's pretty good.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's a nice one. See if these nuts fit in your now.
I didn't hear that one before, so it's new to me, so okay.
Yeah.
But
now
those other ones I should not have fallen for.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't have fallen for those ones. But it's all good.
Why do I have to keep getting nuts in my mouth, Chris?
I mean, you don't, to be fair. It's just you see if these nuts fit in your mouth, but you don't. Anyway, moving forward, we got to play that game because it's getting towards the end of August, and I think that's when Pirates of the Caribbean is removed from the game. And I want to play it, and here's the funny thing. So, like, I've wanted to play... We were supposed to play with Yuki, because, like, her and I have played the first level and the second level together, and we were about to get to the third. And I told her, I was like, listen... I'd love to play, but if Ant gets on to play, actually, I don't want to play 1 and 2 again, because 2 is very glitchy, and you have to be, like, very specific about what you do in order to make it not glitch, because it happened to us twice and we had to replay it. So I'm like, if we're going to play, and we get to 3, and then to 4, and then we finish it,
right?
I'm not going to want to do it again with Ant. I'm not going to want to.
Understood.
So that's why I'm like, let's just wait for Ant. We'll
and that's
do
the
1
thing.
and 2.
Now, yeah, I feel like I'm holding you guys up.
You're not. It's fine. You're busy. And, like, we're also busy, too. Like, we're also playing Pokemon a lot together, so it's fine either way. We're still playing games. It's just one of those things where it's like, I know that if her and I just, like, fucking zoom through
Steamroll it,
I'm never going to want to touch that game again.
Well, that makes sense.
So, like, at least for the campaign. Like, the regular game itself of just, like, going on, like, little journeys and, like, picking up, like, different boxes and selling them for money and whatnot, that's fine. But, like, the campaign, my God, do I want to die when we played that second level, and then I don't want to do it again if I don't have to, but we will.
On there.
We will do it. Maybe we'll stream it.
All right, now I have more of a
Maybe
fire
we'll
under me to get on there now.
It's fine. It's fine. Seriously, it is fine. It is fine.
No, we'll make this shit work.
It's fine. We're going to play Sea of Thieves nuts fit in my mouth. Anyway.
Well, you can play that alone.
And make sure you always save before quitting that. Anyway.
True that.
That's my games this week. Moving into mini spoiler review of the Suicide Squad.
I love your angelic voice.
We're going to keep this to a 5-minute interval because we're almost at an hour.
Yeah, because I think a lot of our reviews would be like, they'd be like 60 minutes of the show.
So, skip ahead about 5 minutes. If we're talking about games, that means, guess what? We're talking about games again.
True that.
If you hear anything about Pete Davidson or anything like that, guess what? Still talking Suicide Squad. All right. So now, officially starting at this moment, boop. Sir.
Yes.
That intro scene.
I did not. That amazing. Weirdly, that's where I fell asleep in the first time. But I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting any of that to happen. Because, like, here's the thing. The tagline of the movie was don't get too attached to, like, the characters, obviously. So I'm like, okay, fine. But, like, they killed everyone.
Yes.
In that original team besides Harley and Flag. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Are they, like, canon? I don't know anything about the Suicide
All of
Squad
those
besides
characters-
these movies.
They're all characters in the DC universe. Every single one, I'm pretty sure. And, like, a lot of them, like the one guy with the arms, that guy. I don't know if you knew that it was Nathan Fillion from Firefly and shit.
All right.
Which is funny because I didn't know it was him till after. Because I was like, he's in the movie. Who was he? And then I was like, oh, it was him. But, like, he's, like, a very obscure character. Javelin's kind of obscure. The alien chick is a little less obscure. She's the daughter of... Fuck, what the hell's the name?
Batman.
No, I wish. But, yeah, a lot of the characters are well known. Pete Davidson's character, I think, is a well known character. Weasel is funny, I guess. That was another thing that was kind of cool. But like all of them just die. Vicious death.
Super vicious death.
The one that was the most surprising to me was Captain Boomerang. Because he was in the original one.
Yeah, he was.
He was a main character in the original movie. I'm like, oh, cool, they brought him back. And then he dies off the rip.
Yep.
Like, are you kidding me?
When Pete Davidson just gets shot in the face, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it's this. That's
That's
where
what
we're going.
lets you know what this movie is immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And then the thing that I expected to happen was everyone except for Flag, Harley, maybe the character that starts the movie. I forget what his name is, but he's played by the guy who plays Yondu. The white hair guy.
Okay,
That guy.
Yeah.
I expected him to survive, and then I expected Captain Boomerang to survive. Two of those people didn't. Harley and fucking Flag get captured, but not really.
Yeah, that was another thing.
That was great. The fucking scene where fucking Peacekeeper and Bloodsport are like dick measuring with each other and killing people.
That was great.
Dude, the
He
best.
shoots stuff shit behind him. And what did he say? Like, what did he say? Like explosive.
Yeah, he's like,
whatever that shit
you
was.
fucking missed, and he's like, no, it's explosive bullets, and then like they explode the guy. He's like, and he's like, nobody likes a bragger or something like that, and he's like, they do when the shit's fucking cool as shit. And then like Bloodsport turns around, Idris Elba's like, fuck, he's right.
Their whole
away.
back and forth was great, leading up to what happens later. Even though we're going to spoil that.
Spoilers, but
yeah,
the best part of that scene to me was when John Cena as Peacemaker takes out his tomahawk, and the guy that's sleeping as the shot's going left to right, it just goes,
Yeah.
like fucking like chopping lettuce in this man. And I was like, okay. And then you get to the tent, Rick's fine. That was
Yeah.
all the fucking freedom fighters they just murdered.
like how come my team didn't stop you? They're like, they're looking
All
around.
dead. All dead. But
Fucking what's this dude? Confetti? What's his name?
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot
Man.
That's what it was.
He was one of the best characters.
That was some
Yeah.
weird shit. He sees his mom and everybody.
Yeah, that scene right there, didn't expect the giant Starro of his mom.
Yeah.
And then, well, that's skipping a little bit ahead, but
All right, 5 minutes.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah,
condense it anyway.
Polka Dot Man dies after being the main character in the whole entire fucking movie. Just get it squashed by fucking Starro
Yeah.
after seeing Starro as his mother and burning off one of his legs with his polka dots.
Yeah.
Which was insane to me. I was like, how are you going to kill him? Like, there's 5 of you left. This is
Yeah.
insane.
Don't get too attached, I guess.
Yeah, fucking Ratcatcher 2, dope. And then Taika Waititi with the surprise cameo as the dad.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was fucking dope to me. And then, like, I'm kind of pissed in a way. Because, like, there's Suicide Squad figures. Not to bring it to that. But there's no Ratcatcher 2 figure. There's literally everyone in that movie from the main team that we end up with at the end, even Harley in the red dress with the javelin, but there's no Ratcatcher 2, who literally is the reason why Starro dies. Like, people were like, oh yeah, Harley's the one who did it because she like javelined in the eye. I'm like, no, she just went in there. She would have been dead if it weren't for the rats that came in and ate the fucking brain of Starro.
Right.
Meanwhile, but then like Rick Flag's death, didn't expect that.
No, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect. Well, no. Once he turned, I expected it. Peacemaker.
Yeah.
The way I like the whole jumping ahead of time, coming back thing they
Yeah.
kept doing.
That was really well done, and then the James Gunn-ness of it with the words and whatnot on like different things, like on the beach it was like seaweed.
I like the rooftop one where it was just layers of like antennas and stuff making that was
that
dope.
was the best one because then they did that. I was like, I verbally said, "Oh shit," because I was in the theater with Brett when we saw this, and I verbally said, "Oh shit," and there was like people next to us that like laughed at me. And I'm like, "Listen, eat my ass." That was so cool. But that was cool. The post-credit scenes, there was 2.
Yeah.
Did you see both?
I saw.
You saw only the first one.
I didn't know
Everyone
the second
only
one.
saw the first one.
I just assumed that was it.
God damn. The first one, Weasel is back to life, which is funny to me because that island is pretty much filled with dead people because Starro took over.
Oh wait, then I did see it because the second one is Peacemaker.
Yeah.
All right, then I saw it.
Yeah.
I did see it.
So that one sets up the TV series that's coming.
Oh, I'm just assuming there's going to be a 2. I didn't know there was a TV series coming.
It's already done and filmed. John Cena filmed it, and like it's funny. There's a bunch of like interviews with him, like on Colbert and Conan, and he's in the full suit and getup. And like while he was filming, he was like walking through the city wearing it. He showed up to the premiere of the movie of Suicide Squad with it on, which was funny. It was also cool because he saw an AEW wrestler there, and he's a WWE wrestler, which is also funny. And he's back on WWE. But
Worlds collide.
that was cool. But it was funny because the AEW wrestler used to be in WWE, but got fired. And is now a champion in AEW, which is cool. And they used to have a thing, like a rivalry back in the day, like one of the...
I was about to say a relationship?
Yeah, they used to fuck. But overall, like 8 out of 10. Like 8 out of 10 movie, so much better than the original.
Oh,
no offense to Will Smith and everything that he did in that movie.
No. Fuck that. This was way better than that.
But here's the thing. Will Smith in that movie, 10 out of 10. Everything else in that movie...
Him himself, yes.
Yeah. His character as Deadshot, dope. The thing that I didn't like about the end of it is that Rick Flag dies so that they can release that information to the world, right? That's why he dies. In the end, they don't release the information to the world, but instead use it as like what's the word? Incentive or
No, you use it as a...
blackmail type thing.
Yes. Well, the word is like right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
People are screaming at their phones.
They use
right
it
now,
as
right?
a way to make it so that they don't get killed by Amanda Waller.
Collateral?
Collateral, yes. They use it as collateral so that they don't get killed and that Idris Elba's daughter doesn't get put in jail and whatnot, which was also like, it really didn't piss me off, but I was just like, bruh, like, that guy died for nothing. Like, that made me annoyed because I was like, I liked Flag in this because I didn't like him in the first movie. So I was like, he was very boring and one-dimensional. Like, I want to fuck Cara Delevingne. That was his fucking motivation in the first one.
Yeah.
And this one, he was just a really cool dude that was a nice guy and whatnot. But then he just dies for no reason.
That intense argument between Idris is... What's his character? Deadshot? He's the new Deadshot, right?
Bloodsport.
Same thing. Bloodsport.
He's
Not
a
the same
different character.
Not Deadshot. Sorry, Idris. If you're watching, I know you're watching.
Because Knuckles.
Yeah, now that's the role you were meant to play. Anyway, so Bloodsport was having that argument with his daughter through the glass.
Yeah, that was good.
Shit, this is some acting right here.
Oh, yeah. It's a good time overall. If you haven't seen it, go see it. That was about 5 minutes. A little bit less, actually. It was 4.
No, it was over 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine. It was still short compared to our other reviews.
Yeah.
It was 5 minutes and save before quitting time. Save before quitting time.
Which is like 8 hours. Anyway.
Save before quitting time is the Patreon podcast.
It's just like an 8-hour podcast of us bullshitting.
Right. It's this part of the show, no gaming,
Yes.
which is becoming this show.
pretty much.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's a fun time. There's a new game coming out soon, obviously, for Suicide Squad. That it's kind of going under the radar because we haven't seen anything about it.
They haven't said a word about it. That and Gotham Knights, I'm waiting for.
Gotham Knights got pushed back a lot, though, didn't it? I think.
to next year.
Yeah, but like Suicide Squad, we haven't heard shit.
They just showed that teaser trailer and that was it.
So that's the thing. Look forward to that. Go see the movie if you haven't. If you can go to theaters, go do that. I recommend Dolby because it's the best way to watch a fucking movie because it's so damn good. The sound and such.
Damn good.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on to the news section. If you would like to have us talk about something, put it in our Discord or email it to us, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, @gmail.com, or go to the link in our bio of any social media, and you can join the Discord there. There's a gaming_news channel. You can drop a link in there, throw your thoughts on it, and then we'll give you our thoughts here. And that's where we are. Let's move over to the Super Nerdy Gamer People channel. Into the gaming news.
I'm trying to remember where we stopped. Okay. I found the first news article.
Life is Strange is the first one, right?
Oh, maybe I didn't find the
Because
first
Knuckles we talked about last week, right?
But we didn't talk about that.
Oh, wait, we didn't talk about Knuckles last week, then.
No, we couldn't have.
Oh, that was a spoiler, and if you... Anyway, so how far back do we go?
The one right
the
before Life is
Discord?
before Knuckles is the.
Oh, that
first
one?
thing.
Okay, cool.
All right. Xbox Gamescom 2021 stream. They have a stream coming August 24th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, including in-depth updates on previously announced Xbox Game Studios titles, along with third-party partners. Xbox titles coming this holiday, upcoming Xbox Game Pass releases, and more.
Nice.
So, something to look forward to, see what they're going to show.
I'm excited for that because...
People are still waiting on whenever this PlayStation event is going to happen. It's rumored. I think the rumored date for the PlayStation one is the 19th now, August 19th. Rumored, so we're not confirming that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard anything. But I'm excited for Xboxes because they've been knocking it out of the park for me, and this is coming from a person who doesn't own an Xbox. I'm just glad that I have Xbox Game Pass on PC so that I can play a decent bit of these games that are coming. But straight up, like, I'm excited for this because a lot of the stuff they showed at E3 and after that, big fan of, can't wait. So I will be tuning in.
Yeah, man.
For
Xbox
that.
is coming to play, man.
What date is that? Like on the week, like what day of the week?
20th.
That's a Tuesday. What the fuck are y'all doing on a Tuesday, bro?
Yeah,
People
man.
are working.
Yeah, right? I got to watch that at 1 p.m. at
See,
work.
let's talk about this for a second. I fucking hate when game companies do this shit. Because, like, here's the thing. You want the most eyes on this shit, right?
You would think, right?
After work, maybe like 6, 7-ish, maybe. Let's say that. Or on a weekend. You want the most eyes on this shit. The problem with having it during a work hour is people are going to try and watch it at work, and then guess what happens then? People get fired. Then what happens when people get fired? People don't have money to buy your shit.
You want that on your hands, Microsoft?
That's on your fucking hands, John.
Damn it.
Microsoft.
Shit.
Anyway, moving on from that.
All game show, obviously, is easier said than done. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of logistics behind it. But I feel like all presentations like this should be at 5 p.m. Pacific.
And that's late for us, which is fine.
But no, it's 8 p.m. That everyone's home
But
at that
it's
point.
late for us. But yeah, it's still like a manageable time as opposed to during the fucking work. Imagine the people that fucking work on the PST, on the pissed side.
True.
The pissed side are pissed.
Yeah, they're just getting to work.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Because by 5 p.m. Pacific, at least then it's like, okay, you're at least out of work, hopefully. Depends on what you do. But most people, if you have a 9 to 5, are at least getting out. You can at least be on your phone or something. But then 8 p.m. on our end, on Eastern time, we're eating dinner at that point. We're settled for the night. I can just turn on my TV and watch it at that point. Kick my feet up.
Fuck you, John,
Lock in.
Microsoft. Moving on from that, big news for video game movie fans, which there aren't many of, but hey. Idris Elba, the man known as Bloodsport in Suicide Squad, who did an amazing performance there, announced via a picture of what can only be compared to as the what's the name of the cartoon from what they look like weird like mongooses and he has like glasses. It's not Arnold. What is the name?
Mongooses with glasses?
Yeah, there's like it's like the meme with like the fist, the angry fist.
Oh, Arthur.
It's like the Arthur meme, but with Knuckles. Highly rendered picture of Knuckles' fist from the new Sonic movie. He has been casted as Knuckles, which we kind of got spoiled about that a while ago when there was like a set pic that was like released where I guess they had like the
placeholder characters.
It was like a giant like I guess like a maquette or something. Maquette, I think is the pronunciation. They showed that picture that was like taken behind the scenes, and he's like a little buffer. He kind of looks like that cartoon that happened where they were like 3D animated. I don't know if
Sonic
you know.
Boom.
That one, yes, I like that design.
Yeah.
Aren't his hands like wrapped for that though?
Yeah, they have this weird like post-apocalyptic look to them. Like they all have like bandages around them, like they're
like
like
that,
like in the wild. Like
It's cool.
it's okay. That look was kind of weird to me because it's also just completely unexplained. Like why is everyone bandaged up?
Listen, man, you gotta be bandaged up. Fortnite. Anyway.
All right, Fortnite is the way to get out of any debate.
Wait until Knuckles gets put in Fortnite because of this.
Finally get the
And it's
respect
paired
he
with a
deserves.
Bloodsport skin. But it's fine. Yeah, so Idris Elba's confirmed that he's going to be playing
He's gonna be playing Sonic and Knuckles.
He's going to be playing Knuckles in the new Sonic movie, which is really cool in my opinion. We got a little tease at the end of the first Sonic movie. If you haven't seen it, spoilers. Tails is in it.
Yeah, but you could have guessed that.
Yeah, I mean that was like the really cool ending that I liked.
I did
lot.
like that though.
What was the one? There was like a Twitter post about that. Who would you want to voice Tails? Right?
There was
I think so because I responded to it and it got a little bit of like.
the person who voiced Tails for that little extra clip. I think was just the girl who voices him in the game.
I don't remember when I tweeted this or if I tweeted this. It might have been from Save Before Quitting's account. Now that I think about it. Wow, we have a lot of notifications. Jesus Christ. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Voice of Tails in Sonic 2 should be blanks. Tweeted by IGN.
Of course.
I said Nancy Cartwright or Tara Strong on the Save Before Quitting account.
Nancy Cartwright is a very good choice.
Yes. If you don't know who Nancy Cartwright is, fuck you. No, it's Bart from Simpsons. Mm-hmm. I think she could do it really well. Tara Strong, I think, is the popular pick in the sense of like
who is she again?
Sir.
I don't know her by name. I might know her by role. Who she
She did Raven in Teen Titans, the original one, and I think Go. She was Miss Minutes in Loki. She was Bubbles in Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, all right. I know who this is. All right.
Yeah, Tara Strong.
Okay.
Fucking amazing voice actress. She could do it well, I think. She was also Tommy Pickles.
Yeah. Once you said Bubble, I was like, oh, all right. So she's all of them.
I think she could do like a version of her Tommy Pickles, but without the lisp almost for Tails. Mm-hmm. That would kind of work. And then with Nancy Cartwright, I feel like the Bart voice would almost work perfectly.
Just go lighter on the bass and you're good.
Yeah. So I think those are good choices. Personally, there's been nothing announced. We'll probably get back to that once. We haven't even seen a trailer for that yet. Damn.
It's supposed to be coming by the end of the month.
Yeah. We also haven't seen a fucking trailer for Spider-Man, which I'm getting pissed about. Give us a fucking trailer. It comes out in December, bro.
I feel like everybody's on this whole. It's unrelated but related. But I think once summer kind of comes to an end, like I guess the end of this month, as everything starts swinging back towards the fall, I think it's going to be a whole back to schoolish, like get excited for the fall, wintertime, and they're going to start putting all these new trailers out and stuff.
Yeah. I'm also of the mind where I think that What If is the reason why they're not putting this trailer out for Spider-Man. Because I think something happens in What If, because What If is canon to the MCU. So if that's canon in the MCU, there's something that happens because there is a Spider-Man episode in What If. Mm-hmm. There's a figure released of it. It's Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. So the Marvel Zombies episode, he will be in.
Oh, I'm excited for that one.
I'm extremely excited. I think this week's one that's coming up is the Black Panther one where he's Star-Lord, which is also the last performance ever by Chadwick Boseman.
Damn,
rest in peace. But very excited for that.
Did you what'd you think of the Captain Carter?
Oh, it was so fucking good.
It was good. I saw people giving it like shit.
People are stupid.
I didn't understand the criticism. I was like, I enjoyed this a lot.
It was so good, in fact, that I almost pre-ordered figures of it. But then I was like, I need to stop myself because I don't
because I have a problem.
This. That too. Yes. Factually, yes. But also, I don't collect this. This is not a thing that I collect, even though I love it and it's really cool. Ironically, I just told Ryan this. So, you know those Hot Toys figures that I have on pre-order that are like this big?
Yes.
Yeah, they're coming at some point. Payments are coming out this month and whatnot, whatever, right? They announced a Captain Carter one. Now, here's the thing. This is how big they are. For you audio amigos, get with the program, go to the video. This is how big they are. They released the promo image in which it's her, but they cut off her face so that you don't see the face.
Oh,
got
got it.
She's riding the fucking Hydra Stomper, which means they're making a Hot Toys Hydra Stomper.
That's pretty dope.
She is this tall in Hot Toys form. The Hydra Stomper,
For you audio amigos, it's about as tall as a
ruler, like a 12-inch,
like your syrup bottle in the cabinet in your kitchen.
a Subway sub. So that's how big she's going to be. In the show, she looks up to the fucking Hydra Stomper.
It's going to be a huge...
This big Hydra Stomper that she can ride.
There's a joke in there. Hydro Stomper.
I'll just stomp this dick. Anyway,
There we go.
Moving forward,
Hydra
we're very
Stomper.
excited for Idris Elba, and I think it's going to be a good movie. The first one was very good. If you haven't seen it yet, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where they go with it. Now that they're kind of more in the more focused on the cartoony side, I think now that you have Tails and Knuckles, and now that Jim Carrey is like full on Eggman after he was sent to Green Hill Zone or just Sonic?
He was
World?
sent to Mushroom Hill Zone.
Okay.
Which
So-
is in Sonic World.
It was Sonic World. I said Green Hill Zone.
Mushroom Hill Zone got its fame in Sonic and Knuckles. What are the odds of that?
That's actually, why didn't we think that Knuckles was going to be in the second game then, or the second
game.
movie then?
Who didn't think that?
No, at the end of the first Sonic movie, it was just Tails that was teased.
Yeah, but I
then
still knew
he
Knuckles was
went-
coming.
I did not know that.
You know Knuckles is coming. They don't say it explicitly, but you know he has to be around the corner because Knuckles' tribe is the one that killed Sonic's owl parent. In the very beginning where he has to throw him the rings. If you go watch it again, that scene, it's a bunch of echidnas they're just in masks. You don't see their face, but you see their knuckles and everything.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I actually did not. I feel like the Mushroom World thing is like a very big teaser towards it, because it's like,
because
this
that
is
game
where
didn't
this
come till
debuted.
Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah,
That's crazy. Okay, so cool. That's really cool, and we're really excited for it. And now to a sad story. Kinda. Personally, I'm not super upset. I'm not dying. I know that someone who sent us the story is.
Real quick, I have I think that I have a prediction. I think Sonic 2 is going to be the best-selling video game movie of all time when it comes out.
What is the first right now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm saying this
We are predicting this now so that we can make a TikTok in a year.
I'm saying this
Hell yeah.
because it has so many people rallied behind the first one they put out when they put out that horrible first edition Sonic from the first movie.
Image.
That guy, that nightmare. And when they changed it, people got really excited and really supported that company for doing the due diligence, and it sold very well. And people are hyped. Sonic 2 has a hype for a video game movie that I haven't seen in a while.
I can agree with that.
For a video game movie.
Yeah.
So I feel like Sonic 2
I mean,
is
Mortal
going
Kombat kind of had it.
Yeah. Fuck.
It-
Never mind. Wait, fuck Mortal Kombat. That's right. The new one came out this year and everybody watched that.
Everybody watched it. That means it's great, but it's not. No offense.
But we're not talking about the content.
No, I can get behind that. I agree
don't know now.
No, I agree with your prediction. I agree with it. Because I think, here's the thing.
But a lot of people went and watched Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Mortal Kombat's not for everybody. Mortal Kombat's not for the kids.
Yeah, the kids got to come through on this one.
Well, that's the thing. The kids of today are going to want to go see it because it's a kid's movie already. Plus, the adults who played the game as a kid are going to want to go see it by themselves. Like, if, say, like Trenton hated Sonic for some reason, which I'm sure you would throw him on a boat down the river if that was the case.
He would no longer be in my life.
That's fine. If he didn't, you would go to the movies to see it yourself, no matter what. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So even if there are kids that don't want to see this, there are the adults that had the game in the past, so which I agree to your point, it will be one of the biggest video game movies of all time.
And that's not me.
that.
And I don't want people to get that misconstrued. I'm not saying it'll be the best as in...
Best selling.
Yeah, like best selling. I'm not sitting here saying this is going to be
Box
cinema
office.
masterpiece scripted. Like, no.
It could be. You never know. Idris Elba's in it, and he did really good in Suicide Squad, so there's that.
True. I just think there's a lot riding for this
No,
Sonic 2
I
movie.
agree. But yeah, next story comes straight from our Discord from Jeff Raff, loyal listener of the show.
Shout out to Anna.
Yeah, shout out to Anna. Unfortunately, the Life is Strange remastered collection has been delayed until early 2022. Yeah, so that has been pushed back. It says that it was planned to be September 10th, but now it's going to be pushed to early 2022. So they don't
Like a
even
lot
have,
of things are nowadays.
there's no direct date, I don't believe, in the link that she sent us when I read it a week ago, I think. But it just says early 2022. They did release one of those full message bullshits like, hey, fans, the whole like cyberpunk thing.
Yellow paper, yellow background.
Yellow background, and we're sorry.
Every video game company should have the yellow background. No matter what game, and it should still have the cyberpunk watermark.
Yeah.
It's Nintendo, like, we're pushing the new Mario. It says cyberpunk 2077 at the bottom.
Yeah. Personally, while I know that Anna wants us to play it for the channel, which we probably will, honestly, because it's a good enough game that like both of us can get something out of it, and then like playing it would probably be nice
Or
and
joke
fun.
on it enough to make it entertaining.
Yeah, and then Anna will hate us and never listen to the podcast again. We're like, man, this sucks. Even
We're
though
just
it doesn't,
giving you
and
a
I know
new
it doesn't.
perspective.
Yeah, I know it doesn't suck. It's just a very emotional game.
Right.
So there's that.
You want to see us cry.
We're just gonna cry on the couch together, which will be interesting.
Just holding each other. This is
This is so loving.
We have to do like a video before it, just like, hey, this is probably one of the hardest episodes we had to record, and we just want to get everybody ready. It's the most emotional thing we've ever had to go
We'll just
through.
play Little Jesus before we play. Anyway, but yeah, unfortunately that got
I
pushed back.
can't
Sadly,
name the episode then.
you can name the episode Little G, Lil J,
I'm about to say, I'm not putting...
Little J in the Knuckles, Little J in the Mushroom Hill Zone.
We'll figure it out.
I think that's a good one.
That is a good
That's
one.
a good, Little J in the Mushroom Hill Zone. That's bad. Anyway,
Wait, before we move on, real quick, I went back just to go back to that movie conversation. The highest selling video game movies, number 2 is Detective Pikachu. I didn't think of that.
not surprising at all.
It's not surprising at all, but Pokemon is a different beast. I don't see Sonic beating Pokemon.
I do.
That's number 2.
I see it being Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah, I could definitely see it beating Pokemon.
433 million. That's how much Detective Pikachu made.
Here's the thing. If theaters open by the time it comes out. That's where I'm going to put the asterisk there. Like, there's an asterisk, like, it will be, asterisk, if the world is not insane anymore and people decide to wear masks and not be stupid idiots.
It's like, Sonic is great and all, but Pokemon is like a different beast.
It is. But I think that the Sonic might do better. Depending, because they have such a star-studded cast. You know that the... No offense to Pokemon Detective Pikachu, but I feel like the marketing for that wasn't as good as it could have been. It was definitely good, but it like the most that they had was like, hey, we'll give you some fucking Pokemon cards if you come see our movie, eh? And like it was also right before the Pokemon boom of the pandemic, where all the cards went and like fucking exploded. So it's like that's just like basic shit. That's like okay, but then you get Sonic with the release of the new Sonic game at the same time that's coming soon, and Sonic Colors getting released again. You do all those at the same time, then you do some great-ass marketing, maybe with the restaurant Sonic, and then you get toys and shit. You get McDonald's toys, you get new toys for the movies, you advertise the fuck out of it,
Right. Now,
then you're doing good.
For reference, this is a top 10 list I found. Number 7 is the first Sonic. Sold 306 million.
That's not that far behind, to be fair, in retrospect.
So it would need to sell... Well, I didn't even say what number 1 was. Detective Pikachu is 433 million. That's number 2. The number 1 best-selling video game movie is Warcraft. I think kids are going to be a little bit more excited about Sonic. But 439 million.
Yeah, and we all know how great World of Warcraft is doing right now.
Close up look.
It's dead because
So-
the company's bad.
Sonic would have to make $140 million more.
I think they could do it.
Than
If they
last
do it
time.
the right way, I think they can do it.
Yeah.
And that really, they got to fucking hammer down with the new game. With this, there needs to be some sort of add-on with the new game. With the movie, like with your ticket stub, you get a skin from the movie, something like that.
Well, they're already gearing up because, like you said, Sonic Colors is coming out.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a new Sonic Colors related mini series on Netflix. Then they have a brand new Sonic cartoon coming out next year on Netflix.
You add all that shit together, that makes the kids want to go 100%. Then you add the new games on top of that, that makes everyone want to go.
All right, so I guess we will see.
And then I feel like you need to get like a big name actor to be the human character in this.
I think it's going to be the same guy.
I don't want it to be. No,
I think they were already casted.
That's fine. Get rid of him.
Now?
Yes. Replace him with Henry Cavill. They look close enough.
Great.
They're close enough. Anyway, yeah, so sorry, Anna, for Life is Strange getting pushed back. Yeah. We will eventually play it. We'll most likely get that remastered collection if we get anything. But yeah, here's the thing. If they need the time to make it, they need the time to make it. It is just a remaster, which is kind of weird that they need to push it back.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I would assume with how things are going right now in gaming, with things getting delayed, they might want to drop a certain. They might have a certain rollout for this.
Yeah, it also might be like they just don't want to release it at this time with everything else that's coming out around this time,
right?
Which is even smarter, in my opinion, to sell more.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Next in the news,
according to Kotaku,
we love Kotaku.
Well, now according to everyone, because everybody's reporting it now.
Yeah.
But GTA Remastered Trilogy, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC, Stadia, and mobile this fall.
I didn't read that part.
Late October, early November. Using Unreal Engine with a mix of new and old graphics and updated UI. So we're getting GTA Remastered Trilogy.
Nice. I would play San Andreas. I've never played the others.
Vice City for sure. Play that.
I would never play that one. I've never personally, but I played San Andreas a lot, to the point where you get like the cheat codes and you're just like
the good old
look at my fucking tank on Main Street, bitch.
Listen, that's all of them. Vice City was a great time though, so definitely play that.
All right,
3 is the building blocks of those two. But I mean, once we heard about all these delays, especially on the PlayStation side, I was like, maybe this is PlayStation's ace in the hole.
Maybe
but at the same time, I would feel more of that if PlayStation's ace in the hole if this wasn't coming out on everything. If I was Sony and I knew I had all my games delayed, but I knew this was coming, I would have just bit the bullet, paid them a couple $100 million, like, yo, at least give us a timed exclusive. Give us I would have paid for the holiday season exclusive.
That would have been smarter, yeah.
And then it comes out on everything like in March or something.
Yeah.
But I still don't know what they have planned. Maybe we're going to get that rumored Metal Gear game. Maybe they will release Silent Hill, whatever this abandoned shit is. I don't know what's happening in Sony, but I feel like they're going to have to speak up soon.
Maybe they'll have a conference on the 19th. Maybe they'll just not. We don't know. Yeah. Sony is pretty much in the dark right now, which is kind of weird, but here we are.
Here we are.
So yeah, after that, portable Xbox is confirmed from Ant in the Discord. From Phil Spencer himself. Was at Valve Software this week.
Because of the Steam Deck. I don't want people hearing that and being like, they're coming out with a handheld Xbox? Yeah. No, they're not.
But Phil Spencer took a little trip to Valve Software, and he was talking with Scott, Eric, and Gabe about the Steam Deck, and after having mine most of the week, he can say that's a really nice device, so he's enjoying it so far. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls are all great. Playing Halo and Age. What is Age?
Age of Empires, probably.
Ew. Feels good. xCloud works well. Congrats, SD team. So Phil Spencer giving some hype and some love over to the people at the Steam Deck, which is cool. It'll be cool to see if there's any sort of Xbox app related to that, because there is the Windows Xbox app that we have on PCs. Obviously, you can get Windows on the Steam Decks if you get rid of the Linux. I'm curious to see how easy that is / how console breaking that is, first of all, because I don't know if that's kind of like a jailbreak.
Listen, once he said xCloud works well, I was like, well, there you go. Yeah. That lets you know that we can play all of our Game Pass and shit on there.
Yeah, so that's fun. I can't wait to play those games mobily. Both of us have the Steam Deck. We're waiting on it patiently. Once Ant gets it, he can play any game he wants, which is great.
I can be one of you.
Yeah. You'll be buying all of the indie games, which is the scary part.
It's going to be my indie machine now.
100%. New indie machine incoming.
Yep.
Indie machine incoming Intel.
All of that.
Go watch Indie Intel on Haptic Intel's channel. Anyway.
Haptic. Shout them out.
Hell yeah. Next in the news.
According to
Ant.
Tom Henderson, a well-known Call of Duty and Battlefield leaker, a new Twisted Metal game is scheduled for 2023.
Didn't we say that we wanted a new one
We did
months
because
ago?
we were talking about Destruction All-Stars and why is that not just metal, Twisted Metal.
We did this. It's all us.
You're welcome.
You're fucking welcome. No, I'm just kidding. I'm hyped for that. I'm glad that there's a new one coming. I'm curious to see what it'll be like, just because, I feel like the classic Twisted Metal is something we should definitely play. Like
That'll be fun.
with the
Yeah.
with PS1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had it, and I might still have it. We'll see.
I used to
If
have
not, then-
2 back in the day. I have no idea where it is now.
But either way, like that game used to be so much fun and so good with today's graphics. That'd be
Yeah.
insane. Like, I'd love to see what Axel looks like in 2021.
Right.
Like a man that is suspended,
Holding
little
wheels.
Jesus style, between 2 fucking giant wheels, shooting homing rockets and machine guns out the front. Like, that's such an insane
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah.
In like PS1 days, it
They
was
did
just
never
like
bring him back after...
I never played the new one, so I don't know.
Because they definitely... I know Twisted Metal Black. I think that was on PS3.
Yeah.
Was there? There wasn't a PS4 one, right?
I don't think there was a PS4 one, but I think there was one that was just called Twisted Metal.
Right.
But I don't know if it was for PS4. It might have been after Twisted Metal Black.
I haven't played any other Twisted Metals after the
Yeah.
PS1 Twisted
Same.
Metal, so I don't
Yeah.
know if they ever brought these characters.
I don't
back.
know either, but even with those consoles, I don't think you would get a good look at what that guy looks at still.
Yeah.
But like on a PS5, that man gonna look gross. Like I feel
Yeah.
like his arms are like a part of the wheel.
You gotta be.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, it's going to be a good time. Lots of killing other cars. Like, imagine Mario Kart if they had machine guns.
And it was all just battle mode. It wasn't
With blood.
racing.
Yeah. And you could actually kill the Goombas. But yeah, it looks like a good time. I mean, there's nothing shown, obviously, but I would definitely, in my head, it looks like a good time.
Yeah.
But a lot of things look like a good time in my head. Ayo.
Ayo.
Anyway, after that,
Ayo.
Pokemon tweeted out that there's going to be a nice YouTube stream over on August 18th, which is this
The day
week.
before this comes out.
Yeah, day before this comes out. So go watch it because you missed it. But they're going to be discussing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then also a little bit of Legends Arceus as well. I believe that there was rumors that one of the big Pokemon games was getting pushed back that we
Right.
talked about either last week or the week before. I'm assuming that they're going to talk about that at this stream.
They gotta talk about it on this one.
Either that or it's just not a thing and it was just a rumor, which is also viable.
Which is the perfect. I hope that's what
Yeah.
happens. I hope there is no pushback.
If it's going to be one of them, I hope it's Arceus. I don't want it to be the 2 remasters, because if you're pushing back remasters, that makes me scared, because they're really just like you're just taking an existing game and making it look better and feel better. That's it. And like they updated the battle animation, so it's more on the Sword and Shield look, so it's like actual 3D characters as opposed to the sprites, which I very much like. But like you have that from Sword and Shield, so that should be easy to transfer over in theory. So
Right.
do not push those back. If you push those back, I'm terrified for Arceus. That's where I'm like,
True.
if you push back Arceus, I'm like, yeah, this is a new endeavor. Obviously, you need some time for this.
Right.
Fine. But
And
if
it's
you
already far out, so
exactly, but
it
if you
more far
push
out.
back these 2 games, oh boy, am I terrified. I fucking terrified of
because it's
your
gonna
shit.
just fall into the usual Nintendo trappings. Like it's gonna fall in like Tile Breath of the Wild 2 is like if you push one thing back, especially if they're all under the same umbrella. If you
Yeah.
push back Diamond and Pearl, then you want to get those out. And Nintendo is super strict on their timelines.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, well, now we're not going to drop Arceus when it's supposed to be dropped. They're going to push back. One thing in Nintendo gets pushed back, everything gets rescheduled.
Yeah, which is terrifying. And that's where I'm like, here's the thing. I hope it was just a rumor. And like we get that stream and hopefully we'll be in the Discord talking all that day. Obviously you're too late if you're listening audio. And if you're a video person and you're seeing this, you're really late. Go watch it. And,
If you didn't already go.
And we'll come back around next week and discuss obviously what happened. There's also some stuff going on in Pokemon Go right now that Ryan wanted us to discuss, but never sent us anything to the Discord. So guess what? We're not going to discuss it.
Tisk, Ryan.
Yeah. I don't even know what it's about, but it's fine. Yeah, so that's a thing. And that is all of the news we have this week.
Oh, Blue Box Gaming, they finally
I lied.
finally dropped that abandoned app on PS5. And it was the trailer that everybody was waiting for was the same exact teaser they showed on Twitter, so people erupted and are now more confused.
Yep.
They gave us more, and now we're more confused, and no one knows what is happening. And I think certain people are just kind of off it, like, whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Man. What are you guys doing?
For context, this is the game we talked about maybe a month or so ago, in which people were thinking that it was a Kojima game. And if you go to their Twitter, literally their pinned tweet is like, we have no association with Kojima right now. But everyone still thinks they're lying. And that this is a Kojima game, this is going to be some weird shit, some good shit, but nobody knows what the shit is.
No one knows.
Nobody knows. It's just a thing.
Do you know, like, if this isn't Kojima or Konami or Silent Hill or anything under that umbrella, this game is going to have to be so groundbreaking to live up to this massive hype that people have built for it. I almost feel bad for them.
Yeah.
In a way, because they're also, a lot is also kind of self-inflicted on their end.
Yeah, it's like everything lines up in a weird way where it just gets to the point where it's like, it's hard to not be suspicious when like they're acting so suspicious and then they're not dropping stuff when it's supposed to drop. Like,
It was like days late.
Days late. It was a bad time overall. I know that the guys at Haptic have been like tweeting at them like the nonstop. Like, you guys are fucking joking right now, which honestly, to be fair, they deserve it because they're kind of leaving everyone out of the loop. Not necessarily saying that we deserve anything at the moment, but like, don't fucking hype us up for something and then not give us it. And then when you do give us it, it's the same thing we already have, making people more confused.
Yeah.
And what's the point? What is the fucking point? There is no point. Nothing matters. We're not playing that game again.
Nothing matters.
But yeah.
Wait, because now you have to speak on two different things.
I have to speak on two different things. Oh, I thought we were on news.
We still on news.
We still on news? What's new?
Two different things we didn't have in the Discord.
Oh, shit.
The Apex Legends dev says that Seer nerf is coming next week. They're going to nerf him, like you said on the show.
I did say that. I did say that after 2 weeks he would be nerfed. I did say it.
You did.
Rewind back. You know this. I don't think that he needs to be nerfed. So here's my thing. While he's OP, he's not. Because he's only OP if you know how to use him.
That makes sense.
Like I was discussing last week with like the tunnel with his L1, how it like only affects the people in the tunnel. Like, you really need to play him the right way in order to actually be successful with him. I don't think that there's anything that really needs to be changed right now. Maybe the one thing that I brought up, I think I brought it up last week, was with the L1, if you hit people with it, it cancels their action. So if they're healing using a shield cell, if they're picking up a teammate that's down, if they're putting meds on or anything, it will cancel their action completely.
Yeah.
Don't like that. It shouldn't be every single person that's in it. It should be a singular person, in my opinion. The way that I thought that it should work is that, say you hit all three people, and one of them's down, one of them's shielding, and one of them is picking up the down person. You should have to pick between the person who's picking up somebody or the guy that's using a shield and hit L1 a second time in order to make them cancel their action, in my opinion. That's what I would change. Taking it completely out, I think, is stupid, because I think it's a really good function where it's like, oh, they're over there, that guy's one shot, and then you know he's going to be using a shield. You know it. But if you can like target that guy and say, nope, you're not using that shield anymore, and then rush to him and take him out, I think that's really, really good for the gameplay if you can capitalize off of that. In my opinion. The ultimate, I feel like, is okay as well, because you can also counter it very easily, because you take your chest piece out and like throw it like a grenade, and then it releases all the Johns and makes that dome that like you can hear people in. You can shoot that and break it. So like, there's no reason to nerf that.
True.
Because if, you are a person who understands space, like in a 3D space, you can be like, okay, well,
The moon.
I'm at the edge of the wall right now.
The moon is in space.
Space laser swords and guns and ships and stuff. See if these nuts in your mouth. Moving forward. I don't know.
Where did that go?
I'm here. I'm probably not though. But yeah, I feel like that's easy to take down as well. The heartbeat sensor when you're aiming down sights, also slightly confusing when you're using it. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not overpowered because it takes a second to get your bearings and like understand where people are and like understand if you can hit them with your L1. Because if your reticle turns orange, that means they're directly in that spot. And if you use your L1, they will get hit by it in that area. But it also takes a second for them to go out, and then it takes a second for them to do the choo thing where it like makes them seen or.
So you got time to kind of
to get out of it.
Right.
It's a very small window, but you can technically avoid the fuck out of them easily if you're smart or you're moving fast or the person who's playing Seer is bad.
Gotcha.
So there's multiple ways to counter this man. I don't think he should be nerfed personally. If he is nerfed, please don't kill him because I like playing him a lot. He's really fun. Don't do it.
Got it.
What's next? What's the second thing I have to react to? I forget.
Call of Duty Warzone anti-cheat info coming soon promises
Fake
death.
news.
I had to get your reaction because you brought that up too.
Lies and fake news because they said that a year ago. They said it a year ago. Like, I remember specifically because this was before I was super hype on Apex, because, like, I loved Apex since it came out. But, like, I always would love watching streamers play Warzone, and I would play it myself. And the thing that I always hated about it was, like, watching people getting hacked on, like, streamers, or, like, you know, like, they got into a hacker lobby or something like that, and there's nothing that they can do to get rid of them at all. And I remember... like at some point in the last year during like right as the pandemic was starting, like fucking, you know, they were talking about like, yeah, we're going to get an anti-cheat soon. That was then, and it's still not happened. No.
He promised, Chris.
False. Here's the thing. Even if they get an anti-cheat, it doesn't matter because they're still not going to be able to keep up with the amount of cheaters that there are, in my personal opinion. Because right now, the community of Call of Duty Warzone right now is more hacker than it is regular player. And that's the sad part and the truth, and that's why streamers and content creators are moving away from Warzone to the point where, I hate to keep bringing him up because I'm a fucking fangirl about him, but Tim the Tap Man doesn't even play Warzone anymore. What he'll do is just go into a lobby, in a solos lobby, kill himself, and then like fight the gulag, win just so he doesn't mess up his KD, kill himself again, and just spectate. And just watch people and like judge them and make content out of that, which is really good content. And 80% of the time when he does that, it's a hacker. And he's just watching a hacker play, and like he has his manager, and he's like, "Yo, here's the guy's ID. Get him banned live on stream," because they have a contact at Activision that does that. But like, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
like it's good content. I get it, but also like
that's still some wild shit.
It's unplayable as
it's a very good strategy onto the Tap Man though. I like his way of doing that.
Smart as fuck. It's a great video. He's now playing Apex, which is huge right now because the new season's great, the new character's great, and everyone loves it. And then he's also doing videos of him watching food TikToks because they call him Tim the Fat Man, even though he's lost an insane amount of weight.
Respect.
And he just loves food. And like his
Don't
like
we all,
bruh. There's like videos that he watches. I'm like just like
all
shit.
On board with the food.
Yeah, and it's just him reacting to it. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm watching this bald father watch fucking food videos. And like,
listen here, bald father.
Beer. Oh. Boom.
I didn't.
But yeah, Activision's a liar.
Put that together. I am a bald father.
You are a bald father.
Introspection.
Watch some food TikToks on our YouTube channel.
I have to now.
At this point, might as well.
Right.
But yeah. So I think that that's a lie.
All right.
Personally, while they could have one, even if they do have one, I don't think it will matter. I think it won't catch the cheaters. I don't think it will do its job. If anything, I think it's going to do some stupid shit, and it's going to go overboard, and it's going to ban people that aren't cheating. Yes.
I didn't think about that.
That are just good at the game. Because that's how bad Activision is right now. I don't have any faith in them. I don't have any faith in anything regarding them. The game is dead. Warzone is dead right now. It is not a game that exists in my eyes. Sorry.
Great.
To my wallet for buying all those anime packs. God damn.
Listen. I just needed to know your stance.
That's my stance, and I'm sitting on it. Anyway.
On to the questions.
Questions.
This is your stance. You're sitting on my couch is your stance?
Yeah, because I'm not I'd be a stand-up comedian, but I prefer sitting. That's a Tim the Tap Man joke. I stole it. I know Ryan don't
I
fuck.
just wanted to give you fucking.
Listen,
You are a fangirl.
you know.
I know. We're all a fangirl for somebody.
We're a fangirl for ourselves. We look like fucking marks right now, bro. We got our fucking own merch on. We showed up to the concert with our own T-shirt on.
So,
But we representing motherfuckers.
yeah, right. I don't feel bad about that.
I
at
don't
all.
either, but it's like a frowned upon thing.
Listen,
Fuck you guys.
we're advertising.
Anyway, do you want to take the first one?
Yeah.
I haven't read either of these for context, so I'm gonna.
They're good questions.
Good because I need to thought.
Bombs thrown.
Yes, that.
All right. Anna in the chat, Javarav herself in the Discord where you should be. I'm talking about you, listeners and or viewers.
Audio amigos, get to the Discord. Right. Video amigos, get to the Discord.
Real question, as opposed to all those fake questions.
Yeah.
Is there a game type that always makes you want to check out the game? And the same for the opposite. For me, a detective game always has me at least looking into the reviews to see if I'm picking it up. And then a battle royale has to have something extra special for me to want to grab it. So, what's a game type when you see it? It's like I'm looking into this, and one that's like I don't care about this, or I'm not incentivizing this. I'm not making it a priority. Not prioritizing. Not.
Do you have your answers? Because you've actually read these questions, and I have to think, boy.
A game that'll always have me looking for it is a side-scrolling
Mario.
action game. Yeah.
If it has Mario.
Character action game. Like, for instance, Ion Drive that we talked about last week.
Yeah.
A game that has those kind of looks like that is a game I'll always be like, oh shit. So I'll always play a game like Ion Drive or more so known like Mega Man X-ish or Dead Cells or
what's the game type of that called? It's like Metroidvania.
yeah, I'll always look into a Metroidvania, or it doesn't even have to be a Metroidvania, but if it's just a side-scrolling action game, boss fights, health pickups, upgrade along the way, yeah, any of those kind of games, like that game Fist that's coming out,
Yeah.
I saw that type. I didn't even need to see the title. Like, I want to play this.
Yeah.
Because it's that type of game.
I like the way that looks too as well. When does that come out? That's soon, right?
Soon, next month.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As for me, for the ones that we'll go back and
Okay,
forth, and
got
then
it,
we'll do
got
the
it.
bad ones now.
Right.
Ones that I'll always check out. I very much am into the first-person shooters. Personally, not necessarily focused in battle royale, but like I feel like battle royale is one of the best game modes we have right now when it comes to first-person shooters. Like, I can't talk anyone's ear off enough about how much Apex is one of the best games that we have out right now. But even with Apex having the Battle Royale, they'll also have that Arenas mode, which is so good as well. It has to have, like, more than just that. Like, it has to have, like, the Battle Royale, but then a little bit extra juice on the bone. And, like, I would almost say, like, I hate to say it, but like Fortnite kind of has that where it's like you have the battle royale and you can go in there with like your squads, your threes, your twos, your one by yourself, or you can just hop into like the 50v50, pick up a gun and just keep fucking respawning and just shooting and having fun. Like, I don't play Fortnite often, but I find it to be an insanely fun game. Like, I just don't like it because I know I will spend a lot of money on it because it's just cosmetic shit.
You see the appeal. Like, Fortnite is always like the butt of a joke.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you can't not respect what Fortnite has done.
I will never disrespect Fortnite the game. I will always disrespect the culture around it and like the cringiness. And like, obviously it's a kid's game, but like there are adults that take that more serious. Like, it's one of those things where it's like it's a game for everyone when it really shouldn't be, and that's what makes it somewhat cringy in a way. But I can't judge it because I'm like, it's also just a good game. Like, there's nothing bad about Fortnite. It's a battle royale with a very cool building function. I know that I played with people before, specifically the people from Haptic Intel, that very much hate the building stuff, but it's like,
I'm not a fan of that either.
it's one of those things where it's like, you might not like it, but if you learn how to do it, it's
I
so much
it.
fun.
I just dislike it because I'm not versed in it. I'm bad
Exactly.
at it.
But if you like try it for more than like 5 fucking minutes and you're just like, I'm gonna try and build and like do something, it becomes like not addicting, it's not the right word, but it's just like, oh, this is a better way to move around. It's almost like how in Apex when like, you're playing a Pathfinder and you use your grappling hook or your ultimate to get somewhere where you aren't at yet. It's like a better way to move somewhere, and it's a good movement tool, and I like that, but obviously I don't play it because it's just too much. Also like a hero game, like I'm very much a superhero man where it comes to like Marvel stuff. So anything Marvel I will pick up, even if it's Avengers, Star Wars, anything. I really want a new Star Wars game. I don't care what it is. I still haven't even downloaded Squadrons to my console because like I watched Ryan play it for a bit once it came out free to play for PSN, and I was just like, this just doesn't look like my type of game personally. Right. Like it'll give me motion sickness probably, but like I want another Star Wars Battlefront. I need that soon. Like we need a fucking new Star Wars Battlefront. After
there has to be one coming,
right? No, Battlefield is
Battlefield is
so Battlefront. Yeah, Battlefront 3 needs to happen soon, and I want it to be like a dope campaign set in like prequel era, Empire sequels. Maybe we can have, but I want to have like Mando shit in there, like from the TV series. I want to have Bad Batch stuff in there, and I want to have like Clone Troopers, but like I want it to be like a campaign centered around like actual characters that we can like fall in love with and that become a part of the Star Wars lore, like the Bad Batch, who those people were just at the end of season 7 of the Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars went off of Cartoon Network and then they ended on a cliffhanger that didn't get renewed. So then Disney Plus comes, they're like, okay, let's finish the season. Let's finish everything that they let up like years ago. And then in one of the episodes, they had the Bad Batch show up, and people fell in love with these characters so much they gave them their own show.
Good for them.
And they're fucking great. And it's a good time. It's awesome. It's also voiced by the same guy, which is the funny part. Like, it's all the same because they're clones.
Yeah.
And he has to do, like, different voices for each one. But, like, give us a character in a game like Cal Kestis that we like and want to stay with. Like, I feel like they tried to with Battlefront 2 with, I think her name was Aiden Versio. It was like that one chick that like came up on stage when they announced it, and she was in like the full.
Oh, okay, I remember that. Yeah,
yeah. They tried, but no offense to that character, it wasn't really a 3-dimensional character. It was like, I'm a part of the Empire. No, I'm not, and that was it. And like,
it's a catchphrase.
Joins the fucking rebels, and that's it. Like one of the characters in there, one of her like co-pilots, actually crash lands somewhere and has to run through this area with Luke Skywalker. As an Empire pilot, and they have to work together to get each other off of the fucking planet, or else they both die. And and it's like these two people that are like very different opinions and whatnot. And like he's like Jedi Knight Luke, so he's got like the green saber, and he's very like, I am talking like this. I am very special in hoity-toity and whatnot.
The hoitiness of the toityness.
Yeah. But like it's such a good time, and like it's interesting because he's like talking. I'm like, so why do you follow the Empire? And like he's like talking philosophically while they're making it through this planet of fucking beasts and shit. But then you go back to Aiden, and she's just like, I don't feel like being bad anymore. I'm rebel now. And that's it. That's her story.
That to actually be how she said it.
Pretty much. No offense to her. She's a great actress, but like it just was a 2-dimensional character.
Got it.
We need more games like that. That's my games.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a very big franchise boy, I would say.
Them Franchise Boys,
Yeah.
the rap group.
Is that actually a thing? Or
Them Franchise Boys is a
okay?
rap group.
I thought you were about to look up another SoundCloud and we were going to get like another.
No, I'm never
thing.
doing that again.
Yeah, thank you. Please, thank you, and never again. What is your hated game that you will stay away from?
Anything that has fucking cards. Like those games where it's like
This is the wrong audience to say that to. The people that own thousands of dollars worth of actual cards.
Hear me out. Not like Magic the Gathering, not like Pokemon, not like those games. Mm-hmm. The games where it's like, I don't know, it could be a fucking match 3 game. But if once you add cards to it, you know how you gotta like turn over this card now, you have to play a deck in order to progress. Sometimes I just like the game part, not the card part. I take the card part out, and I'll just play whatever game that is. It's hard for me to give an example because I run away from them so fast that I can't retain a title.
Yeah.
But
Uno.
No. See, actual games, we could do that all day.
But a video game Uno.
It's different because it's based off a game that's actually cards.
Uno coming soon to Save Before Quitting.
That's
YouTube.
fine. We can play some Uno.
Fuck yeah.
But-
Uno.
I really wish I could think of a title of one. But
What about that new one that was shown?
or it could be, and I'm not even a big strategy game, but a strategy gamer. But those strategy games where it's like you move your characters. Oh, but before you fight, you have to draw this card and you get a deck. Like, no, I want to just play the strategy part. Take the cards out. Fuck the cards. TED Talk.
I feel it. Ironically, mine is strategy games. I hate strategy games. I hate like the top-down war simulator ones where like you move your fucking tanks and your armies.
I do too. That's my second. But the only reason I didn't pick it is because there's two of them.
that you like.
I like Final Fantasy Tactics. And
Rabbids.
I downloaded that. I still didn't even play it. So we'll see if I like that.
I just don't think they're like entertaining. It's just like so fucking boring.
But I have to be invested in the theme of it. Like I like Final Fantasy Tactics because I played Final Fantasy games. I like Metal Gear Tactics is coming out and it looks so good because I love Metal Slug. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
know that one.
love
That
Metal
looks cool.
Slug games. So I
see,
want to play it.
The thing that sucks about them to me is like I love the animation behind it and I love like the look of them, but the actual gameplay isn't gameplay to me. Like I get that it is, but it's like let's just say in the Metal Slug one, it's like, okay, cool. You need to shoot someone with a gun. You're not doing it. You're just clicking on the person and then your character's shooting the person. That's not like doing it to me.
I understand what you mean.
From not necessarily like a first person shooter point of view, like even like a third person shooter. It's like if I'm shooting someone, I need to hit the person.
It's not like live action you're playing. You're
like,
not.
I need to shoot that person in order for that to happen. I don't want to click it and then it just automatically happens. That's weird. And I don't like it. I don't want to play as like this fucking perfect soldier that can just hit shots. I want to play John Wick where I have to hit the shots, but I also hit all of them because I'm John Wick.
Well said. You know what's funny? I said that card thing. This is coming from somebody who owned the Pokemon card game on Game Boy and loved every moment of that game.
What about those two games that we were just talking about like a couple weeks ago? It was like the one where it's like a speed runner with the cards that you get at the bottom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, take the cards out. Fuck those cards.
Okay, and then there was the other one where it's like the little girl with the dice with the cards. Are you off of those two?
The dice is there. Use the dice. As
I know, but I'm saying like, are those two games? Are those ones that you're gonna steer away from because of the cards? Do you think, or is that like
I can play them? I just hate the implementation of the cards.
okay? I get that. Okay.
Especially the one with the dice because the dice adds a dynamic. Like, all right, at least I
think
can
you
lean
use
on
both.
this.
To be fair on that one, where it's like the cards are like attributes, where it's like a power up more.
The best game that used cards was the Pokemon card game, Game Boy game. Because it was like Pokemon and I was already invested in Pokemon. So it kind of gave me like, all right, I guess I got to use these cards if I want to play this Pokemon game.
I feel that. All right, but yeah.
And I was
Those are-
collecting Pokemon cards at the time. So it was perfect timing for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but those are our choices.
I have another one.
Oh, Jesus
that I thought
Christ.
of in the moment. I don't like games like Age of Empires or Sim City, like the original Sim City.
I hate to say this, but I don't count them as games in my head. Like they're just there. Like they exist, but I don't count them at like I know they are video games. Obviously they are. I'm not going to say that they're not, but in my brain space, they're not necessarily good enough in my classifications to be considered a game.
Hate like Civilization. I hate those games.
Yeah.
There was a game on Super Nintendo called ActRaiser, and it was you're a knight, side-scrolling game. You're fighting demons and building yourself up, becoming stronger. Great. Mm-hmm. In between levels, it's a god mode. You go up in the air and you have to build up a town. I'm like, and it's like the cards. Take this part out. Just give me the knight fighting things and getting the bosses. Well, I don't have to build the town back up.
I feel that. Yeah. Like the extraneous shit that's like, you don't need this to make it a good game.
Yeah, like why is this a mode? Like take this mode out.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, we're
Don't
gonna make
give
a
me
lot of
cards
people
and
happy.
I'm not building your fucking city.
A lot of people are gonna be very unhappy from this podcast from those two because I know
Bring
there's
it.
a lot of people that like sim type games. I hate them. Sorry, not a fan. And then the card thing is gonna.
Bring it the fuck on. Send me all your hate mail and I will address you on the next episode.
Individually by name and social security number.
An address.
Next question. I still didn't read this one as well, but let me read it. Also from our Discord. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, which was about an hour and 17 minutes ago, and that's not how that works, 117 minutes. I don't know math.
That's an hour and 57 minutes.
Cool. Math is a thing that I'm not good at. Next is from XOXO Yuki, also known as Adulting Life on YouTube. You can find that. Go search it. Take one game that you've played in the past 2 weeks and tell us how you'd like to see it improved. Also, was there a game that got you so aggravated that you actually had to completely stop playing it and needed like severe cooldown time before you picked it back up again and finished it?
What just happened to you?
I was going to say this is very targeted and I feel attacked. What was the game and how long was your cooldown before you finished the game? Game in the last 2 weeks I like to see improved. I'd say Pokemon Unite, just because like it has a lot of potential, but like I was complaining about in the beginning, it's like there's no direct audience to the game. It's literally for everyone, which is its downfall.
Right.
Because MOBAs are not for everyone. If you want to be a MOBA player, you need to be try hard. That is a try hard, like sweat your fucking ass off game.
Got it.
Type.
Yeah.
You can't have, no, you can't, but like you shouldn't have like children and like stuff playing that game if they're not trying, because there's people that are really trying to be good at that game, especially when there's a ranked mode. It's like you're just pulling everyone down. Mm-hmm. Like you're not seeing like 4-year-olds play League of Legends, not that they would want to in the first place, but like this is League of Legends with Pokemon, so it's fun to them because it's Pokemon. That's it. It's not fun for any other reason besides it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because they're probably getting their asses kicked. No offense, but like there are people on other teams that are like insanely good. And if you're a child who doesn't know what the fuck you're doing, you're not going to have a good time. So I feel like that needs to be somehow, not age gated, but there needs to be something where it's like, it like takes
just improve the matchmaking.
Improve the matchmaking. Take some like the birthdays down of the individual Switch users, so it's like you can like match make them better towards their age group or like plays type or something like that, like with skill based matchmaking, or even just in general, just be like, okay, well this person, you don't even have to do skill based matchmaking. Just suggest to them that they should play regular instead of ranked. Right. Like make it like hammer it home to these children that they shouldn't be going into ranked if they're not ready for it and they're not going to have a good time.
These kids.
Yeah, you got to reach these kids. And you need to reach them subliminally, I think. Like doing it where it's like directly, oh, you're this age, you can't play that. That's, I think, a little fucked up. But like if you're like, oh, they're this age, let's suggest that they play this mode or the quick play mode. Let's kind of move the rank to the side. That's something they don't like immediately go to.
Gotcha.
Something like that. Like, and if they want to, like, if they get good enough and like they feel confident, they'll be like, "Are you sure you want to play ranked?" And then you can turn off that like message where it's like, "Yeah, don't show me this message again." Something like that.
I think that would very much improve that game.
Yeah, just something where it's like it kind of gatekeeps, but also it's not gatekeeping. Like there's a gate there, but it's very easy to take the latch off and walk through.
Right.
Metaphors.
Metaphors.
What's a game you've played in the last 2 weeks? And
last 2 weeks is hard for me.
I mean, it's very hard. There's so many games.
I'm not improving Death's Door, so
you should improve it by deleting it. Fuck that game. I'm just kidding.
Get out of my house.
It was a joke because I love that game, but that's the second part of the question that we'll get to.
Resident Evil Village. Fucking
I actually very much agree with that.
Fix the field of vision, please. Mm-hmm. I think there's a thing, and if you don't have context for this, if you somehow didn't hear us bitch about it for the last 2 weeks, we're going to play more Resident Evil. The only thing is it gives us literal motion sickness. Mm-hmm. And I'll reiterate, I've never had that ever in my life with any game before. I've heard of people getting it. This is the first time I've experienced it. I always thought they were
making it up when they say that, too. Because I'm like, how do you get motion sickness from a game? And then, like, when it happened, I was just like, oh.
Yeah. My uncle gets it bad with first-person shooters. And I have a friend, my homie Mark, he couldn't play, and I felt bad for him, Spider-Man PS4.
Really?
Because the swinging and everything fucked him up. And I was like, and I used to tell him, like, shit, man, like, you gotta play this game.
Yeah.
And he wanted to play Miles Morales, but same thing.
That makes
He
me
said he
sad.
tried. Me
dude.
too. He said he tried to play it and literally could not stand it for too long.
I don't know if you listen to the show, man, but I'm sorry for you, man.
Yeah.
Not in oh, I feel so bad, but no, fuck, man, that sucks. Because that's such a beautiful experience to swing through New York City as Spider-Man.
It's so. I mean, there's shit you can take for that.
Yeah.
But just on the surface, that improve. I don't know what you have to improve with that or how to fix that problem. I'm not tech savvy enough to know exactly what needs to be done. But I am starting to realize that a game can be almost too clear. The fidelity can be too good.
Yeah.
So good, in fact, that because if I do this in real life long enough, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
So if you're moving around in that game and the fidelity is so good and so lifelike, then it's making me sick just looking at the screen and watching my character do it.
Yeah. Especially with the content that's also on the screen too. Like with Resident Evil, 80% of the time it's kind of gross shit too.
It's very bland colors.
Yeah.
So it's
it desaturates, and then we have all this color around us at the same time. So it's a lot of factors that probably lead to it, which I mean, we also aren't doctors.
Right. And it's a big screen here. So
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a smaller screen we were playing on. It wouldn't affect us as much.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I could not tell you, but I very much agree with that. That I feel like the accessibility of that game is also extremely low too. It feels like they don't have enough settings to change what you want to change. There's the wobble and shit like that, but when it comes to I feel like the colorblind settings weren't there for a while, and Josh from Haptic's colorblind, and he was saying something about that where he couldn't get that to work, and he couldn't really see much stuff when it was going on, or stuff was left out of his to see, I guess. If there, I don't know, I can't speak for colorblind because I've never experienced it, obviously, or maybe I do and I don't know. What? I don't know why it sounded like a ghost of Waluigi.
Because we're talking about Resident Evil.
Yeah. But as far as the game, I already said my improve, right? That was your improve. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our improvey. And then what was the second part of the question?
Was there a game that you got so aggravated that you factually had to completely stop playing it and needed a severe cooldown time before you picked it back up again and finished it? What was the game and how long was your cooldown time, and did you finish it?
So Death's Door is that for me at the moment, at least for most recently. And I've already discussed it at the beginning of the show, so I won't bring that one up again. You've already heard how I was very much enraged to the point of wanting to rage cry, which is not a thing I've ever done.
We're gonna coin that term.
But I felt it coming on, which was weird. I was I'm so mad right now, I could cry. And I don't know, I don't want to cry.
Right.
But my body is telling me to do that because it's the only response I can give.
Right.
I'm trying to think of another game that kind of did that to me. Do you have one? Because I don't have one directly besides Death's Door.
More recent one. I mean, there's been them in my past, of course. Growing up, you're a kid, your patience is
that's
even
what
lower.
I'm trying to think of.
I'm trying to think of one like that too, but for now, my more recent one was Last of Us 2. What was the big ass monster you fight in the basement? Probably the hardest boss in that game. Rat King. Man, I died on that so many fucking times. And some people just can get it done. Fuck you.
One time, baby, one time.
Not one time for me. It was maybe at another one.
It was a one and done for me. I'm never playing that game again. I love it, but never. That's a one-time game, I think, in my opinion.
Well, that game is kind of deep to the point where you don't need to play more than once, unless you're just a trophy maniac. I played that fight more times. I've died on that boss more times than I died on a boss maybe in my adult life playing video games.
Shit.
It was to the point where by the 5th, 6th time, I had to put a controller down what am I not doing? Mm-hmm. I'm doing everything right. I'm hitting this thing. How am I losing?
Yes.
Over and over and over and over. And it was one of those things, it's just a gauntlet. You just have to survive. Mm-hmm. Because I'm thinking all right, I'm not hitting something. Maybe there's a part of the room I'm not going to. And you have to trigger something to happen to kill it. But no, you just have to survive and keep hitting this thing.
Yep. There is like some sort of health bar, I think, for that, but like it's one of those ones where it's like you're doing it over time slowly, and it's like I don't know how to like explain it. You feel like you're doing nothing.
Yeah,
But you are doing so. It's almost like hits count as opposed to health, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It was more just like once you hit it 10 times, then it'll do like the next phase animation, and then that's it. But like that's
But that
like a
last
low
phase,
number.
you're going. It's like how many hits does this thing need? It was
Which was weird because it's like you would think it'd be the opposite way.
right.
Where it's like it would get less hard. But that's another thing about video games which I don't understand. It's like how come this person's close to death and now they're even stronger? This isn't Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
No.
But it was one of those, as far as like how long it took me, I didn't like put it down and not come back that night. I beat it that night. I just died a million times. So as far as my cooldown, it was like I said, I put my controller down for a couple of minutes and just had to like really sit here and like reflect on what I'm going through. And again, it's like kind of how we said about Resident Evil. It's not like a pretty picture fighting this boss. It's the most grotesque thing in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm giving myself nightmare fuel over and over and over, and it's like getting beat in the head with the most horrifying thing constantly, and getting frustrated that you can't win. So I can't even like. It's not even like a part of a game where you can be like, I won't do this section right now. I'll go do something. Like, no, this is where I am. I cannot progress. I can't see another image. I have to watch this dark, ugly, horrifying image until I beat it. So it was the most grueling gauntlet I've gone through in a while. The last time I probably went through something that hard was I had to be a kid on like PS1 or Super Nintendo or something.
That's what I was just saying. I definitely brought up Spider-Man 1, the final boss fight, which isn't a fight. Where, like, spoilers if you're going to play that game, but it's fucking God knows how old. Pretty much you beat Carnage, then you beat Doc Ock, and then Carnage's goop falls onto Doc Ock and becomes Monster Ock. And you don't need to fight him, which I didn't realize as a child.
A lot of games did that back then.
And, like, I didn't know that. Like, the point of that level was to run towards the camera away. And, like, you just keep going and you got to get out of the building because it's exploding. And, like, I just kept trying to fight him. Because I'm like, this is a video game. You fight bad guys. You don't fucking run from them. You're Spider-Man. I've done it the whole fucking game. What would lead me to believe that I need to run now?
Right.
Especially towards the camera.
Right.
There's no reason to believe that. So I literally raged to the point where, like, I fought him so many times, and I didn't finish it. To the point where I played Spider-Man 2 and beat the game. And beat that shit. Done. And I came back years later with the same save file and finally realized that I had to run away and beat it. And it took me, like, years to realize that shit. And it was the worst fucking, like, anger I've ever felt. Because I'm like, I'm doing what Spider-Man would do. I am Spider-Man. I am fighting this bad guy, yet I'm dying.
Does not compute.
Like, it literally makes no sense. In retrospect, if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Especially with there being no other time
They
in that
didn't
game
guide you? Like,
No.
usually games, at least they would try to back then let you know. Like, there's no
did
arrow
not.
blinking, like, go this way.
There was not. And that was the part that was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And like you get to that point of frustration where you're just like, I'm not playing anymore. I'm done. I was trying to think of a Game Boy game that did that to me. Because I remember I used to have a lot of rage with Game Boy games where like, remember the Game Boy Advance had those little like the little bumpers on the top right corners of the screen as you flipped it open? There were so many times as a kid that I would rage at a game and I would get so mad. The only like thought in my head to release my anger was to bite. And I would like put my like canines on that and just bite as hard as I could. Because I was so fucking frustrated. I couldn't even tell you a game. But like I would just fucking put like, because I was like, it's soft. So in my head, I'm like, I'm not breaking the plastic. And I would just fucking bite so fucking hard on that shit as a child, which was probably not that hard at all in theory. But like, dude, I was mad as a child. And now I'm mad when I play Death's Door.
I think as a kid, Donkey Kong Country 2 was one. Where the very end boss, the whole plot to that game is you have to save Donkey Kong, your Diddy and your Dixie. The very end, the very last battle, it's one of those bosses that have phases. So
Hate it.
and you can only get hit twice but it's a long ass fight, and you get hit, you lose one of the you lose Diddy or Dixie, you get hit again, you die. So it was one of those things where like you had to set yourself up checkpoints. Like, all right, if I get past this and I still have both of them, I'm good. If I get past the second phase and I still have both of them, might be golden.
Dude.
But then the third phase is even harder. So you could just lose both there. So like I would fight that boss so many times. If I lost one of them in the first phase, like restart, I go back into it. If I get to the second, whatever. But I lost that fight so many times. And it's one of those fights like old school games where there's a bunch of obstacles on the screen. So not only is it a boss fight, it's a fucking obstacle course. If you touch anything on the screen once, you get hit or you die. So you really have to have some fucking video game acrobatics on your controller. You have to know this fight in and out to beat it. And the hitbox is not that big. So if you hit the boss on any part of his body but his head, you're dead. That was another one as a kid where it's like, if I don't remember at this point what the cooldown was for me. Yeah. But it was one of those moments where like, I'm going to turn this off. Luckily, that was a game that saved, because another trope back then in video games of that era where like, you turn this off, you're starting from the first level. There was no memory cards on Super Nintendo. Like, there was nothing to save.
Back in my day.
I gotta give it to you like that, because that
right.
gave me the rage.
No, I feel that.
Like, if I don't beat this tonight,
I didn't know what a memory card was for the first year that I owned a PS1, dude.
So you're just playing them all from the beginning every time.
Yeah. To be fair, most of my games were demo discs, so it was
yeah. We all had those.
Yeah. That was pretty much the gist of my games, but like, damn, man.
Like shit like that. The end of Sonic 2, for the first time, there's this big Robotnik boss. There's no saves in Sonic 2, and you get 0 rings, so it's one hit death. And you have to fight the Metal Sonic, and then go through the doorway and fight that toy they put out with the big robot. That. You have to fight that. There's one hitbox on that boss, and everywhere else you touch it, you'll die. And his 2 arms are spikes.
Hate it.
And if you go behind him, it has like the jetpack, so the fire will kill you. And the only time you can hit it is if it ducks down like this. But when it ducks down like that, it shoots the spikes at you. So you have to jump over those, hit them while dodging the spikes at the bottom.
On the way down.
On the way down, after you have to have an entire fight with Metal Sonic and never take it. You have to go through both of these things without taking a hit once. The first time I beat that, I remember jumping up like, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm seeing the end. I've never seen the end for probably months at that point.
I could not do that as an adult grown male now. Mm-hmm. Could not do that at all. Would rage cry. 10 out of 10 IGN.
Those are my 2. I'm done now.
There's so many.
Dragon Ball Z. Now I'm getting PTSD. Now I'm like, I want to strangle something right now.
Any of the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games, like any of those, like when you can't beat like the side-scrolling, I'm terrible at fighting games. Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury on the Game Boy Advance, the
those
last fight with Kid Buu.
Amazing.
Are you fucking kidding me with that fight? Are you fucking... I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to do it in Scottish. Are you fucking kidding me, mate? No.
There you go.
No. Fuck you. Also, fuck you, the guy that put that Kid Buu fight in there. Because Jesus fucking Christ.
What are you supposed to do? Those
you
games
just run around like a fucking nematode as Vegeta, which is also against the character of Vegeta. So I'm just running around in fucking circles, and I'm like, one hit to the guy.
The
does
first
no
one was
damage.
like that when you had to fight Frieza as Goku.
Hate it, but also love that game because it's also the sprites are amazing.
Yeah,
but so that's what we're at. Rage Boys. That's our
Rage.
That's our fucking SoundCloud. Rage Boys.
I like that.
Our titles of our songs will not be as bad as previous ones that were discussed on this podcast, but those are our questions. You can ask us your own questions every single week. We will ask you at everyone, and I'll do it by accident. Just at everyone, I'll delete it, and then I'll write the message out again, probably 2 or 3 times by accident. In our Discord, you can go to the links in our bios on our Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. You can go to all of those. There's a little link in our bio. It's a link tree, which is a website that has websites on it. You click that top link to go to our Discord, join on up, read the announcements where it's like, hey, read this first. Don't be a dick. Then, if you aren't a dick, guess what? free access. If you're a dick, guess what? Bye-bye.
Peace.
We expect you not to be, because we're all nerdy gamer people here. We all respect each other and respect each other's opinions.
Don't
That
be that
being
guy.
said, follow us on all those platforms. Save the letter B, number 4 quitting, fully spelt out, is at the Gmail. Save before quitting, fully spelt out. And then you could also go to savebeforequitting.com, pick up your
Please.
merch. We got hats, we got shirts, we got pocket tees, and another hat that I will be sending to Kev. I'm sorry, Kev. I'm busy. Anyway, so yeah, that's been another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast. Tune in next week where we have on Haptic Intel in some sort of way in which we try to keep it under 2 hours, but probably not.
We don't know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
We used to be good at
We
that.
might have to have them on for an hour, and then they'll probably have to go so we can bullshit the rest of the time. Because they normally do like an hour show, so I don't know if they're going to be ready for a full 2 hour episode of Save Before Quitting.
Well, we just add a different kind of structure to it. I think we can pull it off.
All right. We'll try. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. We have a
what
new
we do.
laptop to record gameplay, so we're going to figure that out. And check out the YouTube. There might be some new gameplay this week that's actually not stuttery and actually has audio that stays the whole time. We'll see how it goes. We don't know. And we'll see you next fucking time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Save before quitting.
Don't forget to save before quitting.
Don't do it.
Don't forget it.
Don't do the thing where you don't forget.
If you forget, we'll find you.
That's creepy.
I know. What the fuckers? Everybody start your SoundCloud page.
Save before quitting. We gotta find a clean way to end that.
We usually have a clean way. We just didn't do it clean this time.
Yeah. It's all fine. We'll just next time we'll just do
your
it.
usual line. And once you're done all that,
Yeah. So just once we're done all that, and we'll clean up and stuff. Once we're done, we'll just remember to always save before quitting.
quitting.
Clean as fuck. You thought that it was gonna end on a dirty note, bitch. We got soap.
goodbye, everybody. I don't know what the fuck to talk about.
I don't know. I'm just here.